What's up, everyone? I don't know if anyone is watching yet, but I am streaming for the first time in like 6 months, so bear with me. I've got like three things going on. YouTube says I'm not live, my phone says I'm live, the streaming app says I'm live, and I cannot find my video anywhere. So we are going to make it happen, but hang on just a dickens. I am working hard on getting to somewhere where I can actually see what's going on. But hey, we have 7 minutes. Hey, it says I'm live. Holy crumbs, there's 20 people watching. Good grief. Welcome, everybody. Let me find the chat somewhere. Just a second. Oh, and now it's playing my audio. Logan Kale, Pantac, Tamar. Alright, hang on. I need to do a few things. I need to turn the audio down on my computer because there's a lag. So, quick answer, do I normally trade Sundays? Not whatsoever, but I am painfully bored. So I thought, you know what? Let me fire up the live stream and just chit chat. Who knows if I will actually trade? Probably not, quite honestly, but I figured, hey, if I'm going to sit here in front of the computer, you guys can sit here with me if you want. Tamar, hello, I am live. Don't expect too much action. I'm quite honestly not even expecting to take it. If we see any trades, great, but not planning on taking any trades. I'm mainly trying to I wouldn't say figure this out, but get it back up to speed. Been a good 6 months since I ever went live. Logan Kale, lighten up the chat. Let me catch up. You like commodities or bonds? Are you bullish or bearish? Oh my lord, Logan Kale, hit me with the hard questions. You know I like them bonds. Come on, but I love me some commodities. I love me some crude oil. Although I trade a little crude oil from now and then, but mainly the treasuries. Come on, we know I like the treasuries. Am I bullish or bearish? Depends on the day, depends on the hour, depends on the minute. You never know what you might get. Did you get in on the LeeLoo trading challenge? I did not. I saw mention of it. I 100% did not, and not out of not wanting to or ignoring it or anything else. I have been busy and running around, so like no, I did not get in on it. But it sounds like it starts May 1st, which is actually today. Although I guess the market's opening in 5 minutes. I could probably still get in, or I wonder if you can get in late and like try to catch up. Who knows? Well, guys, thank you for joining on my, I'm not going to say maiden voyage live streaming, but it might as well be. It's the maiden voyage for 2022. Sunny day in Montreal, and I thought, what better way to spend a sunny day than inside in front of the computer doing nothing? Oh, that's right. You know what? Yeah, okay. I remember seeing like yeah, I see all this random stuff. Try to cut down the swearing. I don't know how YouTube likes that, but was it like 100-person limit? I swear I saw that, but I could be completely off base as well. So no, in that case, I'm not in and won't even bother to research it. So I did see. I'm gonna say this about LeeLoo. Don't like to throw a lot of shade, but maybe I do once in a while like to throw a little shade. They kind of hyped up their trading app. Isn't so much a trading app as it is a way to get out of your trades if you're stuck. It's not like it's a mobile ninja or something. Was a little disappointed in that, but so be it. Low Trust. I don't know exactly how to say your name, but yo, back to you. Are the bonds the highest leverage instrument? The highest leverage instrument. I'm not 100% what you mean by that. Like, do you mean like in terms of the margin relative to the per tick size? I mean, let me think. Probably. Like, and it depends on what brokerage you're with, but yeah, I mean, you get $31.25 per tick on the Ultra Bond. Uh, so that is one of the reasons I trade it. It's a big per tick value and not as much movement as some of those other crazy instruments you guys trade like NQ. Still works if you are in a trade and go to the beach, you can close it. That's true. I guess I could see that. Like you're in a trade, you don't want to sit around and get out of it. See, I aside from reading what's on their site or their YouTube video, I haven't like actually tested it out. I don't know if you can actually see. I guess I'm assuming the app shows you where you're at in terms of profit and stuff, so you could like leave and go and you like manually manage it that way. Hey, for my little bit of, shit talking that I said there, all things considered, it's not like anyone else has the option, so that is a step up. Doesn't the futures market open in 32 minutes? More like 2 minutes. Ace trades, come on, 2 minutes the market opens. Get your trading software ready. Yes, the market opens very shortly. And let's see what's what. Who knows what will transpire? I've got the Ultra Bond ready here. If you're new, and it doesn't sound like any of you are, but you already know, Ultra Bond on the right, 10 years on the left. So not exactly live, but updates as you look. All right, fair enough. Hey, like I said, it's better. It's something above what everyone else offers, so I can't fault them for that. Do I still have Ninja Trader? Yes. Tradeovate? Yes. So I don't, honestly, I don't use my Tradeovate account, pretty much at all. I just don't have a reason to. When I trade my own account, I use my Ninja Trader brokerage account, and I don't. Well, Logan's Canadian, I know that. I don't know if there's any other Canadians. Yes, Ninja Trader brokerage is not available to Canadians. I lived in the US for 20 years and opened it when I lived in the US, and I still have US ties and all of this stuff, so I'm able to keep my Ninja Trader brokerage, at least for now. We'll see how long that lasts. So that's how I have a Ninja Trader brokerage account. But to answer your question, I have both those accounts. I don't trade my Tradeovate account at all. And it's not out of any problem with it. I just don't have a need to trade it. I'm happy with my Ninja Trader brokerage account. Uh, okay, what do we got? We got about a minute. Let's see what happens. I'm honestly not expecting any crazy stuff. It'll probably go a few ticks one way or another. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. We're excited. I'm not. Yeah, honestly, guys, if you're here for hot Ultra Bond trading action, I am sorry to disappoint. There will probably be none because I am more so just checking out streaming again and getting everything right. And I figured, what better time to do that than when the market opens? So, for example, here, let's see if my mouse will show up on the screen. Not so much. Oh, wait, there's actually a slight lag. I didn't think I said a lag. There's a 30-second to 1 minute lag between what you guys are seeing and what I'm seeing on my screen. It seems like maybe it's just 30 seconds. Anyways, not a lot of volume traded, and you're not seeing my mouse too. I need to see this is the point of the stream. I need to figure out all the little things. But yeah, not a lot of volume traded. Oh, there we go. There we go. There's the mouse. It finally, yeah, there's seriously a good 30-second lag. Wonder what that is. I'm gonna look at that, but I'll look at that later. NT did buy Tradeovate. Good things to come. I suspect if I was to bring out my crystal ball, yeah, Ninja Trader knows full well that people want the mobile trading, and Tradeovate offers that, and they just have a good platform. It's totally fine. So, I suspect though Ninja Trader will leverage Tradeovate's platform to get into mobile trading in time. It'll take a bit to do all of that. Let's see. Cube Gift is from Cube Gift trademark. He's trademarked Cube Gift. He's from Canada as well as Auto Blink, as I just mentioned. Yeah, look, that's what I was addressing. NT bought Tradeovate. Has Ninja got good commission rates? I think they're pretty good. So they get cheaper. So if you have a brokerage account with Ninja Trader, they get cheaper if you lease Ninja Trader, and they get even cheaper if you buy Ninja Trader. Now, it's not cheap. It was, I want to say $1,300. I could be off, but give or take, it's over $1,000. But you get the cheapest commissions rate, so you kind of need to do your own math. If you take any quantity of trades and you plan on being with them long enough, it kind of works out. You'll save it in the long run, is the punchline there. But they do have good commission rates. Like I've had zero problem with Ninja Trader brokerage. So there's always a big with the algo. Oh, there's always a bit with the lag with the YouTube. All right, so it might not be me. Maybe I didn't set something then. Relates. Hey, I know relates. I see in the Earn to Trade Discord quite often. I know I don't participate nearly as much anymore, but I pop in time to time, crack wise, make a few jokes, and then I move on my way. So yeah, as expected, guys, if you're here for hot ultra bond trading action, you're gonna be very disappointed because, as expected, on a Sunday evening, not a lot of range, not a lot of activity, nothing that I would personally jump into. How's such is a trader's life? I tell you, it pretty much is. What about you guys? Who's trading what? Who's hot on it? Who's passing what evaluation? Who is doing withdrawals this week? Who is doing whatever? Let me know because it is nothing too exciting right here. Did I so relates Logan asked me that not too long ago before you showed up. I did not jump in on it. I was pretty just not on top of it whatsoever. Are you still using Replicano? I do time to time. Honestly, though, I don't use it often, and it's not because of any issue with Replicano. It's just you can not call me old school, just call me old. I just trade each account. Like I don't go out of my way to really replicate the trades a lot. I just kind of whatever mood strikes me, um, I just trade an account. So I haven't used Replicano. I know there's an update out. I know I need to like update Ninja Trader and I need to update Replicano first. So I've definitely been dragging my feet on that. So punchline, I don't use Replicano quite as much as I used to, um, but not because of anything, bad with Replicano. It still works totally fine. Uh, Working my 50K. Oh, Logan's all over the deals and the companies. Nice. Money Mines. Hello. Guys, I will say, and Money Mine to your credit, I think if I was to look way back when I very first put my email on my website, I want to say Money Mind was the very first person to email me. It was either you or John Burrell, who was a OG in the Earn to Trade Discord. And actually, speaking of, well, you guys won't care. I'll put a YouTube video up, but John Burrell has a podcast, and I'm supposed to reappear on it tomorrow evening, but it won't be out tomorrow evening. We're recording it tomorrow evening. It'll be out later in the week. But I was on there February 2021, my first like live appearance, I would say, or whatever appearance. Um, yeah, that should be fun. I have absolutely no idea what I'm talking about tomorrow with John Burrell, but that's kind of my style. I just pop on and wing it, like fire away your questions and I'll answer them. Not a man who plans. Cube Gift got a PA performance account from Apex. Congratulations, Apex. Great outfit. Do like the Apex. And I'm not a man who goes on Facebook much whatsoever, does not participate on Facebook, but that said, I do follow, Apex and all the companies, and I saw just like an hour ago they mentioned that going forward, if you, I'm paraphrasing here, basically free reset. If you pay for a second month and your account was busted, you can get a free reset, something to that effect. I think LeeLoo already does that. They start doing it, and that's kind of like OG TopStep moves. So that'll be like the next thing. All companies reset you on your account reset, something to that effect. Idea talking about psychology from time to time. That is a good idea. And I'm going to write it down right now, and I'm not pulling your leg. Yeah, I've been trying to. You may have heard me pull out my pen and paper. Um, yeah, I I fully admit this last like few months I haven't done nearly as much like YouTube stuff. It's like if there's deals, put up a video, update my site, etc. But no, I'm kind of fired up. I think the winter like seriously sent me into hibernation mode. I just didn't want to do anything. But no, I want to diversify and like get more content up and not just like, oh hey, whoever's running a deal. Like no, put up some trading videos, do some live streaming, and ideas like that. Do some videos about trader psychology, all of that. Gonna start working, pick up where I left off on this free course I was working on about how to pass trader valuations, which honestly is a lot to do with trader psychology. It's not, I think some people will be disappointed. They're looking for like an answer, like do this, you will pass. And it's not that. It's much more, bring out your inner Yoda and then you will maybe pass. Let's see. Let me catch up here. Blah, blah. Video about Canadian taxes, especially if we set up a U.S. account. I could do that. I need to think about that. If you're talking, are you talking about we set up talking about setting up a U.S. bank account? I assume, or are you talking about setting up like a U.S. like corporation? Um, I can I can. Oh, let me add it to the list here. Let me put this pen and paper to use here. So we need some trader psychology videos, and we need some Canadian taxes videos. All right. What else do we need videos on? Some trading. I actually do plan Friday. Was it Friday? No, Thursday. I don't know. Last Thursday, I think I recorded a trading video, and it was junk. Like it was too. I was just all over the place, and not in the trading. It was in the talking and trying to like explain what I was looking at and like explain jigsaw. And at the end of the day, the video was probably more confusing to somebody than it was useful. So I didn't bother. I just deleted it. But it was a good kind of maiden voyage into recording some trades again, and not recording. I don't want to like just record trades and edit it down and say, hey, here's 5 trades. Like here you go. I want to actually be just record an hour kind of like what you're seeing now and like explain what I'm looking at and what I'm looking for, etc. So I'll do more of that as well. Let's see. Good funding companies that use Trade-of-8, unfortunately. So here's the thing. Okay, so up to this point, TopStep is the only one that uses Trade-of-8, and they call it TopStep Trader. They're soft TS Trader, but it's Trade-of-8. I've heard that Elite Trader Funding is going to start using Trade-of-8 as well. I personally don't believe it, and here's why. A few reasons. One, as mentioned earlier, Trade-of-8 was bought by NinjaTrader, so I don't think they're in flux. They're in transition. They're probably not looking to sign up like trader evaluation companies right now. On top of that, Elite Trader Funding, like most companies, once you're funded, you're still trading on SIM, but Trade-of-8 is like an actual brokerage, so it just doesn't line up to me. So to answer your question, TopStep, yes, and TS Trader is basically Trade-of-8. Other than that, word is, or rumor is that Elite Trader Funding will. I don't believe it. Let me catch up here. Canadian taxes. All right, we got that. A giveaway again. Good point. I've kind of fallen off the giveaways. I don't think I've done one this year. Let me jot it down. We got a list here for a reason. Um, with summer coming, are you not traveling? Um, assume that was directed to me. I'm all over the place here. I'm watching the charts. I'm answering the questions. I'm making notes. I am traveling some this summer, but nothing that prevents me from like making videos and doing all that. I plan on making a trip to Nova Scotia, Canada. Yes, that's right. My parents are actually relocating there from Vancouver, so they are actually relocating there in 2 weeks, mid-May. So once they get settled in whatever new house they buy, which is an issue because there's not a ton of inventory. But I plan on making a trip to Nova Scotia, and I'm making a trip to Toronto in August, but nonetheless. FTMO, I've heard of. I mean, I know they're kind of the go-to in the Forex space. A channel I used to follow, I still follow her, is Hannah Forex, and she has a big following. I know she passed FTMO and made some videos about it. I know lots of other people have too. I don't personally like really follow the FTMO scene just because I'm not into Forex. Um, a bank account. All right. Let me write that down off the top of my head. I need to think about it. As far as the money mine, the Canadian. I know you live in Canada. I think you live in New Brunswick, and but Canadian taxes with a U.S. account. Uh, yeah, let me make a video about it. I don't think the U.S. account will factor in really in terms of taxes, but let me just. I can address all things taxes and living in Canada and trader funded trader program related, kind of in one swipe, in a video. MoneyMind funded with FTMO. Well, there you go. Mikhail and MoneyMind, a match made in heaven. Yeah, I will. I plan on putting together like what I think will be a good course, and if people don't think it's good, then it just wasn't meant for them. But on how to pass trader evaluations, and yeah, just kind of exactly like it's not going to be trade this product and take this trade and you will pass. It'll be much more do these things and it will lead to success if you do them. In my opinion, everything is in my opinion. Not everybody trades like me, but okay, let's see. I guess if NT8 is allowed to be used with all companies, as Tradeovate was acquired by NT, wouldn't it be a natural path? It will be. Leonardo, right? Yeah. Forgive me, but nonetheless, yes, it is. But all things business related, acquisitions, merger and acquisitions. I used to work in the M&A world. They take time. It's not like NinjaTrader bought Trade of 8 and they will just slap a NinjaTrader, logo on it and all of a sudden you're good to go. There's probably a lot of steps in between. So, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if this year something happened with Trade of 8, like being converted into mobile Ninja, but it's not like, yeah, it's not yet. Let's just put it that way. Moncton, New Brunswick, Halifax nearby. Nice. I haven't been to Nova Scotia since 2007, but I am moderately looking forward to going back. No, it'll be fun. I was born in Sydney, Nova Scotia. What's happening on the Ultra Bond? Nothing. Okay, let's keep going. No, just kidding. Actually, not really kidding. Absolutely nothing is happening. This is why I don't trade the evenings. I mean, it's if you've watched any of my trading videos and stuff, like there's not enough order flow to trade the way I like to trade. Put it that way. Like there's nothing to read here on the Ultra Bond. There's a bunch of numbers, no trades are happening, a few lots of trading here and there. It's just not worth the time. Like the action is in the morning on the U.S. session. So let's hop over to the Earn to Trade Discord and say something smart. Why don't we? I won't have it up on the screen because it's on my other screen. And let's see. So Mighty Ox, friend of the CFT, is going to be doing a special stream, couple special. That guy's a maniac with the streaming. Here I am once every 6 months, and he's like streaming like 5 days a week, and he's planning like a 9-hour stream overnight. Like good grief. I mean, not in a good way. Good grief. Like wow. Like that's some work ethic. Let's reply to him. I know you guys can't see this, so it's like super boring for you, but I'm too lazy to like move my Discord over to the other screen. What about the deals this month? Nothing too exciting that I've seen so far. I saw you profit. It's on my site already. 30% again. I'm kind of surprised. Like you profit for a while was all over the place. Like one month they'd have 40%, the next month they'd be 20%. But it seems to have leveled off at 30%. Like last month was 30%. I think the month before was 25% off. Then it was 30. May is 30. They didn't do an Easter special. I was like, huh, I guess they're just kind of staying out of it. They're just like, whatever, it's 30% off. Like, take it or leave it. LeeLoo, I haven't seen. I mean, LeeLoo's all over the place with their deals. I have not seen a May deal. TopStep, nothing as usual. Who else? Buell-Knox, I haven't seen anything. Um, I'm spacing out trying to think of who else. I mean, Apex is 50% as always. Earn to trade. I knew there was at least one I was spacing out. Trader Career Path, $90 this month. Do you trade less contracts when volatility is high or just have larger targets? Uh, um, I mean, I'll say I'd say yes, I maybe trade less contracts when volatility is high, but not by a ton. Like I would normally on a normal day, I like trading 5 lots. I don't know why. Five's a nice round number. In the Ultra Bond, it's $150, rounded off. A tick. I'm comfortable with that. So if volatility is high, see, I might adjust it down, but I'm more so just likely to stay out of it. I mean, if I'm just, or I just keep doing what I do. So I don't really monkey with the quantity too many, like less contracts. It's more maybe I'm a little bit more picky or a little bit more hesitant would be the case. Or I would say what I'm more likely to do is jump over. I've never really put out a lot of videos trading the 10 years because if you want boredom, trade the 10 years. But nonetheless, I would be more likely to put on more contracts on the 10 years because it trades at half the value of Ultra Bond. It's like 15, whatever it is. Um, so say $15 a tick or $16 a tick if you want to round off. And it just doesn't move as much. So I'd be more likely to, if anything, trade the 5 or maybe even bump it up to like 8 on the 10 years. But more likely to just sit and wait on the Ultra Bond until the pace is up to my speed or down to my speed, whichever direction. 14 likes, guys. Thank you very much. 28 people watching. I appreciate it. I will definitely try to live stream some actual like trading, like during the US hours sometime soon. I was going to tomorrow, but I have a root canal at 8 a.m. So, and that unfortunately is not a lie, but fortunately, root canals are not as bad. You know how everybody, like, kind of like through time has said, like, I'd rather have a root canal than, whatever, some other horrible thing. Thing is, root canals really aren't that bad. They freeze you up and drill away and, go to town on you for like an hour and you're done. Like, it's not a big deal. I've had two in the last year and not a big deal. So not something I'm like excited about, but not a big deal at the same time. Just go and knock it out and be done. Nonetheless, there's a little insight into my thoughts on the world of dentistry. I'm curious if anyone is trading with kind of any of these, I don't know what you call them, one-off brands, newcomers to the futures world. I get a lot of emails from random companies. I usually delete them, so I can't even like name them because I don't know their names. But Tick Tick Traders, one that comes to mind. I would say it's a lot of people ask me to review it, but I'm pretty sure it's just the owner of Tick Tick Trader who keeps bugging me to review it, so I keep deleting the emails. But there are seriously like several others that just email. They just pop out of the blue now. I'm curious if anybody's with them and has a positive experience or not. Seems like everybody's just trying to outdo each other on the pricing and on the the rules and all that stuff. And they may well be perfectly fine. I just don't personally have that much interest in them. TFT with a little bit of bad news on the root canals or on the dentistry in general. That sounds horrible. Sticking anything within your nerve to kill it is, yeah, that doesn't sound fun. So I am lucky in that sense. I Tick Tick partnered with Jigsaw. Somebody mentioned it to me, or somewhere I came across this info, and I never really dug in. That seemed like a weird partnership. Just I don't know. I mean, I love Jigsaw. I mean, obviously you're looking at it right on the screen. I mean, I love Jigsaw. I've been using it for quite a while. Um, Surprised they partner with like Tick Tick Trader. Yeah, somebody said you get like free Jigsaw if you sign up. Like that just didn't make sense to me. Jigsaw is expensive software, so I should really dig into this stuff. Sometimes I just see it and I'm like, okay, well I have no interest in that, so I just move on with my day. So didn't find it trustworthy. Yeah, I would agree. Like I don't know. I'm a skeptical person in general, and the fact that all these companies are just coming out of the blue is a little oddball. I did a video, I put it up. Some of you might have seen it, and I took it down on Earn Max Trading, I want to say it was. Something to that effect. Yeah, it's just. And I took it down only because, I don't know. It didn't feel good to be like bagging on like one company in particular when I feel like I could have just bagged on like 20 different companies. But at the same time, the more I dug in, even after I put the video up, I dug in even more and like found the owner. I can't remember if that was in the video or not. Like, yeah, it's just like a random guy in Toronto. I think he's in Toronto who started this company, and it's like, and if you go, I went and found like his own personal YouTube channel. It wasn't that hard. I found his name, I googled it, found his personal YouTube channel, and yeah, he was like promoting like all kinds of like crazy stuff. So it's just like, okay, yeah, this just screams like there's an issue here, so no thanks. But yeah, I took the video down just because, whatever. I don't know. Just looking at their site, you can tell it's dog shit, so can be bothered with it. Tick Tick founders are from Morocco. Interesting. That kind of lines up with the email I got, just based on the name. Um, and I mean, hey, I, I I don't want to, throw them under the bus, but I don't know. They're pretty persistent that I review them, and that, if anything, like just is like a red flag. So, and I just don't have any interest in them. I know Roderick Casilio. I know I say his name wrong. He's kind of big on them. He's also big on Elite Trader funding. I put Elite Trader funding on my website. I feel kind of dirty about it, to be honest. Just I haven't tried out with them. So many people asked me about it that I was like, all right, fuck it, I'll put it up. Pardon my French. I do live in Montreal. And I actually don't speak any real French. I speak like a few words. Bonjourne, good day. Um, yeah, I don't know about Elite Trader funding, so. But I like that Roderick Casilo. He has a nice YouTube channel. I'm with TFT. Like, that's okay. So, end of the day, that's my punchline. I'm like, look, I've gone through evaluations with 5 or 6 companies. I've been paid by all of them, all the ones that I pass, and I blah, blah, blah. Receive money from all of them. Cool. Like, I'm good with that. Like, I don't need like 20 million more. I just don't have like, part of it isn't that, like, sorry, I got an email. I get easily distracted. It's not that I hate every other company. It's just like I don't personally have a need for them, and I'm not just going to go review every company on the block just for the hell of it. And yeah, I don't. I mean, yeah, the skeptical side of me doesn't trust all these new companies. So, I mean, that's where I'm at. Like when people ask me, I'm like, look, the companies on my site, I can vouch for it. They paid me. I'm good with those. If you want to go take a flyer on some other new company, I mean, be my guest. But I don't really see the reason. Like sure, maybe they charge like $5 less or 10, whatever, like whatever little perk they have. But is it worth like that little perk just to risk it? Sorry, guys, I'm doing several things here. Watercolor guy funded with TickTickTrader. Watercolor guy, you are the guinea pig. You get to report back and let me know if you get paid by TickTickTrader. I, honest to God, don't even know. Let's take a look. Guys, we're bored with trading. This is going horribly. I'm not even watching, quite honestly. Let's take a look at, I assume it's, hang on, my keyboard is asleep. Here we go. There we go. TickTickTrader.com, I'm going to assume. Yep, looks like. Okay, so they basically look exactly like Buellnox and Apex. Like, legitimately. Like, who copied who? Let's take a look. Actually, here, this will be fun. Let's take a look at Buellnox.com. All right. And then let's take a look at Apex. Oops. Apex Trader. Jesus. Traderfunding.com. All right, so let's see. I like the gold. I did like the rebranding. Well, not so much rebranding, but the change, like with the gold. Um, Sorry guys, if the screen is like slightly before my voice. Yeah, there's seriously like a 30-second delay here. Actually, even longer. I'm gonna wait, see if this catches up here. Okay, so I'm seeing Apex now on the actual live stream. So Apex with the gold. I did like the change to the gold. Buellnox with the whatever you want to call this, the white blue kind of transparent. TickTickTrader with the dark blue and the blue bull. And this whatever you want to call it, triangular bull. Like seriously, they all really latched onto this. But anyways, let's take a look at TickTickTrader. I quite honestly have spent zero time looking at TickTickTrader. Um, let's choose a plan. Like somebody needs to throw a few bucks at like a website designer and come up with something new. Like seriously, if any of these companies want to differentiate themselves, like do something other than a bull with a triangular pattern on it. Um okay, so I guess we're choosing here. So they have a 25, a 50, 100. Again, sorry guys if like the video I'm seeing is like that's actually like on YouTube is like a good like 30 seconds behind me, so but I'm not sure if my voice is matched up with what's on the screen or what's like on the stream. Nonetheless, 515 a month for okay, whatever. Honestly, I'm not even sure what I'm looking to find here. Um, what's with this jigsaw? Okay, that just brings you to the jigsaw website. Do you? I'll ask. Where'd you go? Watercolor guy. When you sign up, do you actually get Jigsaw Day Trader for free? All right, so watercolor guy got paid out, but he had to take a 50% hit. I'm assuming it's kind of like that you profit deal where if you withdraw like before X amount of days, like you can withdraw, but you get like a 50% instead of a 80%. You're the expert here. I'm not gonna. I am curious. What's the deal with Jigsaw? They signed up and they get Jigsaw. You get a license. You have to ask support. Wow. Well, I guess if they partner with them, it's they partnered with them. What's weird to me is like Jigsaw. I haven't seen any promotion from Jigsaw about this. Like you would think Jigsaw would also be like, "Hey, we've partnered with Tick Tick Trader. Like, come check it out." Let's see here. So this is just data connections with Jigsaw. Hang on, no, nothing there. Okay, wait. Here's what's funny. Jigsaw on their own site has like Earn a Trade, TopStep, Trade of 8, like different software you can connect with, but they don't even have I love these like pop-ups Alex has purchased. Like that's bullshit. That's just a plug-in. All right, whatever. Peter Davies. Don't get me wrong. I love Jigsaw. I mean, I love the software and the company's cool. Peter Davies, cool guy. Tick Tick Trader. Hey, and if you got to withdraw, so be it. Then you got to withdraw. And you got an email from them about Tick Tick. All right, it could well be I'm just completely like just I get emails and I just delete them. I don't even look at them. So CubeGift says one of my friends signed up and got Jigsaw. He has a YouTube channel. What is his name or a YouTube name? Here I am talking smack on TikTok or not TikTok. Might as well be TikTok. Tick Tick Trader. Um, for all I know, they're the hottest new funded trader program in the world. And here I am dismissing them. They could be completely legitimate. I just don't personally have a reason to give them a whirl. Fuelnox and Apex. Do like the gold, but yeah, I feel like they could like Jesus. Like seriously, you're gonna start a site and you like just basically copy like two other like whatever. Little weird to me. Little weird. Weird slash lazy. I would go so far as to say, but so be it. Burrell Investments in the house. John Burrell, guys, the OG podcaster, the OG trader, the man who trades in Excel, the man who has a podcast. He was the very first subscriber participant in the Earn to Trade Discord. John Burrell, we have a date tomorrow night. Are we still on? That is the question to record for your podcast. And if you completely forgot, that's okay. RDGD Trader. Let me look him up. Let's see. Hang on. Let me just a second, guys. I've got like two screens going, and I know on this browser that you guys are seeing, I'm not like signed into anything. So, um, RDGD Trader. Doing the streams. I know you guys can't see it, but it's like it's funded with you profit also. Tick Tick Trader did a giveaway. All right, let me get back to uh Mighty Ox Trading. You are in a different universe. I was so bored, quite literally so bored, that I thought, you know what? Let me try streaming again. I know what Mighty Ox wants to see. He wants to see some Jigsaw. He wants to see some Ultrabind action. Logan Kale, they're just just as many large firms that offer remote trading through them and fund it. I agree. Mighty Ox. See, like I asked Mighty Ox earlier, I was like, "Hey, when's your next stream?" But really, I was asking him because I wanted to jump in and stream myself, but didn't want to compete with Mighty Ox. That's not completely true, but Mighty Ox has another thing coming if he thinks he's going to see one trade tonight because he is out of luck. I am just chit chatting away. We're throwing some shade on some companies. Turns out they're maybe not all that bad. Hey, egg on my face. You know, if I talk some smack about some companies and turns out they're just fine. We're talking deals. We're talking Ultra Bond. We're talking the tens. Yeah, this is why I don't trade in the evenings. You may well think my screen is frozen, but it's not. There's just absolutely nothing happening. I'm quite content just trading in the morning session and hit and run. What else you guys got? Got any questions? Got any hot takes? Got any products you want me to look at? We could bring up something else on the depth of market here. I don't suspect there's too much exciting happening. Burrell Investments Tuesday. Yes, I forget exactly what time. If you send me an email, well, you guess you kind of have to with the link and all that. I will be free. I am free every evening, unless I'm doing my new career, which is trading the Ultra Bond. Actually, not trading. I take that back. Streaming the Ultra Bond and watching it and just cracking wise. But yes, Tuesday it is on. John Burrell. Guys, swinging it podcast, or just swinging it. Guys, I'm going to go one step further. Let's bring this up right goddamn now. Hang on, we're going to leave all these up just in case we need it. Let me think here. Let's search in the little Google machine. Just swinging, and I know it's got one of these. It podcast with John Burrell. Just Swinging It podcast on Apple Podcasts or whatever. John Burrell, Chris McBride, and Fat Baby Funds. And this Tuesday we'll be recording a special edition with the Canadian Futures Trader. 8 p.m. You got it, Buckaroo. Corn. We can take a look at corn in just a mo. Have you pound trade micro copper? You can talk to Mighty Ox about that. I have next to no interest in copper, and certainly next to no interest in micro copper. I'm not a micros person, and not my jam, man. Kiss indicator, maybe one about that. I can do that. I do use it. You've obviously seen it in my videos, I assume. I don't. Yeah. The reason I hesitate about the KISS indicator is I really don't use it to trade. Like, I throw it up on NinjaTrader because I like how it looks, but I don't actually use it for trading. I'm not sure how much knowledge I can put on that. What I recommend, if you're interested in the KISS indicator, and hang on just a mo here, let me show you cats what I'm talking about. So here, let me bring up NinjaTrader. Let me just boogie this on over. This is KISS indicator, KISS order flow. It's blues, it's purple or pinkish fuchsia. Not a lot of activity, obviously. This is the Ultra Bond. Here, let's take a look at crude oil. It gives little indicators like buy here, buy there. I don't use this whatsoever. I like the colors and I like how this looks over red-green bars. That's why I bought it. I recommend, here, I can do you one better. Let me show you. Just a second. Shoot, what's her name? She goes by Emma. Um, trying to think. Give me a second here, guys. Let me look on my other screen. There's a girl or woman, that uses Kiss Order Flow, and she does a great job posting like educational videos. Let me just try that. Like, so here's Kiss's YouTube, Real Trader Emma. Is that her? Yep, that's her. She posts like all kinds of stuff about Kiss Order Flow. Of course, I'm not seeing any right now. There we go. She explains the hell out of it, and she does a really good job. So I would recommend following or looking up Real Trader Emma if you want to learn all about Kiss Order Flow. I like to think she's somewhat cut from the same cloth as me. She's not like super technical and like geeky about trading. Like she's just like, look, here's what I do. Um, yeah, relationship help. I mean, anything you want. Anyways, that would be a great source to learn about Kiss Order Flow. All right, let's get back. Let's look at my site while I catch up here on the Kiss Order Flow. I think it starts trading May 2nd. Oh, micro copper. All right. Hey, I suspect maybe we'll see some hot trading action from the Mighty Ox on the micro coppers. That's true. New micros get like zip volume. They actually kind of blow at first. Corn's not open, so we can't trade that, but that's good because I already forgot about it. That's where my attention span is at. Let's see. So Cube Gift. No, I do not heavily use Kiss Order Flow. I put it in Ninja because I like the colors. Like that is seriously the extent of it. What you're looking at with the jigsaw and the order flow, that's what I use to trade. Um, True, Logan Kale makes a good point. I could have just like manually changed my colors. Call me lazy. I saw Kiss like whenever, like last year at some point. I was like, this looks cool, and let me buy this, and that was it. Do you know any company that have free data fees on funding? I know of one. OneUp Trader has no fees once you are funded. Um, I I actually have a funded account with OneUp. That was one of the. Actually, here's a fun story for you. My like original videos at like 20 December 2020. I was going through OneUp Trader. That's where I started making videos. I wanted to like track my progress and put up videos and be accountable. I was doing OneUp and TopStep at the same time, and I passed them both in like early January 2021. Um, like OneUp, I have no problem with, but a lot of people don't go that route because they never run deals and they're kind of expensive. So it's like it's a bit more prohibitive up front, but they're fine. They don't do multiple accounts. They don't do a lot of stuff that most people look for. Put it that way. So they're fine. There's no ongoing data fees. I mean, second place, I guess, and some of you guys can chime in, but you profit, you just pay like a one-time fee. Like, so yeah, there's still a fee, but at least it's one time. My viewpoint has always been like, okay, so like I pay whoever $80 or $100 or whatever fee. Like my goals with trading those accounts is more than like $80 or $100 a month, so I don't mind it. Um, let's see, Cube Gift, an interesting review of Apex Sniper Program. Honestly, that one I can say I won't have any input into. I've seen people talk about it and stuff. I don't. I've never used it. I don't plan on using it. It's not how I trade, so I have like zero input. Like I wish I could, but I just don't like. It's not what I do. You're looking at it, man. You're looking at it. You're trading the ultra bonds, using the depth of market. No indicators, no chart patterns, no RSIs and MACD crossovers and EMAs and crystal balls and the moon phases, all the stuff you guys use. I just trade the order flow. Fuel Knox one-time fee could well be, yeah. Like seriously, sometimes it gets a little hairy trying to stay on top of everybody. So trying to stay on top of the deals, trying to stay on top of the rules, and then when they start changing rules, or it's like, hey, we now offer this. It's like, oh man, all right, like, yeah. So Fuel Knox very well. Uh, One-time fee. All right, we got a spammer here. We got a spammer. Let's do it. My first spammer. I always like when, because I watch the comments in my videos, guys, and I try to add feedback, positive, like answer questions when people leave comments in the videos. But every once in a while, I get some maniac who's just like comments on like 20 videos, and they're like, whoever. LeeLoo is a scam. That's their entire input. LeeLoo is a scam, and they just comment on like every video of mine. It's like, god damn, now I gotta like delete all these and like if you don't like LeeLoo and you have an argument as to why, I'm happy to entertain it. But if you just are like LeeLoo's a scam or whoever's a scam, whatever company, it's like you're just mad. Like you're obviously just mad about something. You probably signed up, failed because you didn't read the rules, and now you're just mad and you're gonna like make me work to delete all your comments. So I know that was the first spammer. I don't know if I'm a little disappointed I haven't had one. No. I get them in the comments a lot of times. Crypto scammers, all that usual stuff. But I delete those as quick as I can. All right, guys. I feel like I'm boring you. There's no trade. Yeah, if you're hanging in there because you think you're going to see a trade, you are sorely mistaken. Like, I'm barely watching the depth of market. It's really just background. It's almost like background music, except it's background visuals. I could put on like a nice fireplace or something. Like, that would probably be more. It's like fireside. That's why I should really name this as like a fireside chat with the CFT and put up a little fire, like a coffee shop, you know, with the snow falling, something like that. How much takes you become a full time trader? Um, Uh, how much takes you? I assume you mean like how much time or how long or what does it take? Um, see, these are like the tough questions. You stumped me. No, I'm kidding. But the thing is, there is no one answer. I can't say 1 year. If you trade for 1 year, you'll be a full time trader and you're good to go. Like it just depends. It depends on every single person, how much effort they put into it, how stubborn they are. Sometimes it takes people a lot longer to learn lessons. If you want me, it took me about a year to become profitable. Well, actually, there is kind of a standard. When I first started trading, I would like listen to podcasts and go to websites and YouTube videos and all that stuff. And the common consensus seemed to be it takes a year to become profitable. And like everybody else, I thought that's bogus. I'll be profitable in no time. I'm good at this. I'll show them. Well, no, it actually quite honestly took me about exactly a year to get good. So it just takes time to get like lose and shake your bad habits, like finally like you make the same mistake enough times that you finally just say, okay, you know what, maybe I should do something different. That's how it was for me. It's hard to say what that is because everybody has different kind of cruxes, and it took me about a year to kind of get to the point where I was decent at trading. And definitely turned a corner. There's like, for me, I can only speak for myself, there was like a very noticeable like, okay, I'm going to stop doing X, Y, and Z. I'm going to start doing A, B, and C, even though it feels like against like my instinct. And it worked though. And then once it works, you start to go, oh, wait, okay, that is the right thing to do. And you start doing it more. And then it just kind of starts to really turn a corner kind of quickly. So, um, Cube Gift, I am happy to answer your questions. That is why I am here. And thank you for keeping me busy on a Sunday evening, because if it wasn't for this, guys, I spent my Saturday catching up on Eastbound and Down. If you're familiar with that series, I know it is several years old. I never did actually watch it, so I thought, you know what, I can do something more productive than watch Eastbound and Down. Uh, how much wood can woodchuck chuck? Woodchuck could chuck wood, and would it be lumber? It would. Would it be lumber futures? It would absolutely be lumber futures. That's not even a question. And yeah, oh man, you stumped me on that one. I'm making my well-known mistakes again and again. Well, just like I said, I think everybody can sympathize with that. And really, yeah, I mean, That's my advice. Here's the weird thing about features. Well, not weird thing. There's so many ways about it. Like, I feel like sometimes people just want a straightforward answer, like do this and do that, and you will be successful. And it's not like that because all of us have different psychology, and we like different products, and we trade different time frames, and we use different tools to trade. And like, so trying to just come up with one answer, like do this and you'll see that, just doesn't work because we all do different things. Um, but yeah, I do think if you keep making the same mistake and keep getting, for lack of a better term, pounded in the asshole about it, just stop doing it. Just like force yourself to stop doing it and do something else and just try for like a day or, well, probably more than a day, for a week, doing what you think is the right thing to do and see how it works out. It can't be any worse results than if you're taking beatings. That's I know that's the very colloquial way of explaining it. By the way, CFT and I banter like all this all the time on Earn Trade Discord. There you go. Hang on, guys. I'm gonna do you one better. Fuck that. I'm gonna put up a goddamn link to it if I can find it. Where does it go? Why is it? Earn to Trade Discord. Hang on a sec. Why no worky? Hang on a sec. Invite people. Copy. Here we go. Guys, you're about to be in for like the biggest treat of your life. Not really, but no, Earn to Trade Discord is fun and it's nothing to do with Earn to Trade. I mean, it's run by Earn to Trade, but it's not, you don't have to be with Earn to Trade. People talk about the other valuations and stuff. I mean, don't post up deals and promo codes, but I mean, aside from that, it's mainly just a trading Discord. Um, Lots of people on there, and yeah, it's like the text version of CFT with a little bit less swearing. Toronto trip was good. Um, yeah, Toronto trip was good. I don't have much other feedback. I will say this: Toronto trip. The one thing that sucks about Toronto trip, I was really looking forward to this year. CFT was going to get back into baseball. MLB, I was going to spend my summer, the boys of summer, watch a ton of baseball. I had tickets to the opening day at the Blue Jays game. That was part of what the trip was planned around. Except for then there was that MLB, like, it wasn't a strike, but it was like labor negotiation, and like shit got pushed back, like not even a week, like 5 days. But basically, I did not get to go to the opening day game. So, but Toronto trip was still good. I do like Toronto. I will say, I'm not 100% sold on living in Montreal long term. I'm staying at least one more year. I want to give it a chance for another year. Like, go through the summer, suffer through another winter. Um, but after that, I feel like Toronto might be more my city. It's just a little bit bigger, a little bit just different. There's just more going on there. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they have a big tower. What more could you want? God damn, we got another spammer. Hang on a sec. All right, Math Dollar says trading is a game of you versus you. Indeed, how long does it take for you to beat you? It's up to you. It's a lot of the word you, but I agree. Um, all in all, I agree with that. No, it's true. It's as froofy as it sounds. I mean, the psychology part of trading is, like, I would argue, much more difficult to master than like figuring out trading. I mean, it only goes two ways. It goes up or it goes down. Michael H. CFT, how's it going, brother? It's going good. Danish trader says hi, CFT, and I say hello back. Are you doing well on your Sunday evening? Let's see. Cole is in Niagara Falls. I used to do opening day with my dad every year as a kid. I feel your pain 100%. I have a question for you, Cole. Uh, how are the winters in Niagara Falls? I'm not gonna lie, I've been doing some Googling and it sounds like the Niagara Falls, St. Catharines area is one of the least harshest winters as far as Ontario eastwards. Gotta say, it's on my radar because this last winter in Montreal was definitely harsh. A lot of snow, a lot of snow, a lot of cold. Remember to hit that like button. That's right. Mighty Ox looking out. Logan, go south. Honestly, yeah. I am, yes. Believe me, I have a lot of decisions to make in the next year or two. Um, Trying to decide where I want to settle, like long term, and then would I want to stay for the winter? Probably not, regardless of where that is. I do want to stay in Canada as a Canadian. I spent 20 years living in the US. I love the US. It's great, but I think I'm back in Canada. My family's in Canada. I'm like in Canada for like living residency, whatever. But that said, yeah, there very much is. So part of me is figuring out where I want to like home base it in Canada. Part two is what do I want to do with this winter nonsense? And believe me, flee the country is on the top of my list. I have spent many an hours researching Dubai and Brisbane, Australia, and or just go like back to Phoenix where I used to live, like for the winters, anywhere but Montreal or Canada. Let me catch up here. Training with Patrick King. Hello. I am still training with Apex. Absolutely. BC. I spent my college years in BC. I don't know where you are or if you're in BC or not, but went to what was Simon Fraser College at the time, but is now Simon Fraser University in the great city of Abbotsford, BC. And I actually spent 3 years there, kind of COVID years. I got kind of stuck in BC. I went to visit my parents on my relocation to Montreal, and then COVID hit, and like everything shut down and stuff. So I just kind of hung out in BC for a couple years, but now I'm in Montreal. But anyways, I like BC. I mean, the rain kind of sucks as well. But believe me, far better than the snow stuff. But all my family's on the East Coast now. My parents even are relocating to the East Coast. So, and well, it's not like I'm following my parents around, believe me. But for travel purposes, it makes sense. Nonetheless, let's catch up. Dubai. I've been wanting to go to Dubai for like a long ass time, and believe me, it is on my. Well, here's the thing. Some of you might know if you followed the CFT for a while. I have dogs, and they're elderly. I'm not gonna abandon them like for like 3 months is the punchline. So in the future, when that eventual day comes and I no longer have dogs, that's when I would go to Dubai for winters, like when I don't have any responsibilities in Canada. Let's put it that way. But for now, CFT is a man who suffers for his dogs, and suffer I did this last winter. I am not moving to Morocco. Nothing against Morocco or the Moroccan people, but no, I'm gonna. Dubai's top of my list. Along with Brisbane, Australia, the Gold Coast looks pretty fucking awesome. If I'm not gonna lie, the it seriously looks like the Australian version of San Diego. Just the weather is pretty normalized all year round. It's sunny. There's beaches. There's Australians. But all that said, Dubai looks like an exaggerated version of Phoenix in hot desert, blah blah blah. But the winters would be pretty awesome. So, basically, those two cities are top of my list for like 1 year and a second year. Um, Gary, hello. Used to live in Guelph. Montreal winters are brutal. You get no argument from me. I have nothing nice to say about Montreal winters. Let's put it. I moved to This is my first winter in Montreal that I just survived, and I knew it'd be cold and I knew it would snow. What I underestimated was how windy it is. So when it's freezing cold and it's windy, it really sucks. And I underestimated the day. Like it's one thing if it snows one day and then it's quaint, but when it's snow for like 3 months, it really kind of just becomes like more than I want to deal with. Let's see here. Do you trade the market open U.S. session in high volatility? Does it consider professional or dangerous? I do usually, I do trade the open. So I usually trade 8 a.m. to 12 p.m., give or take. The U.S. Bond Treasury session you're looking at the Treasuries, um, is at 8:20 a.m. So yeah, I usually jump on like before the market opens. Like I'm not going to say I like take a trade like every single day when the market opens, like at 8:20. But I mean, yeah, if like the crystal ball lines up and the stars align and all that stuff, then yeah, like I'll trade the open. Yeah, it's a little bit more risky. But I mean, you just kind of have to figure out what's what. I would say, honestly, though, if I think about it, I do more like after the open. Like, I don't trade the open every single day, but I do trade every day. Like, I'm much more prone to just try to, like, do some order flow stuff, scalp a couple ticks here, there on the old UB, as we call it. Um, So yes, it can be dangerous. And if you're not trading Ultra Bond, if you're trading like NQ on the open uh, for it, yeah, you good luck. I mean, I don't know. Not my cup of tea. I know there's plenty of people who love NT and or not NT. Well, they love NT, but they also love the NQ. Lower Mainland BC, get a day or two. Yeah, I mean, my parents lived in Abbotsford. I mean, I lived in Abbotsford in my college years. Like, not too bad. A couple days of snow. It legitimately there was snow here in Montreal what's today, Sunday, so it was about a week and a half ago. It was like mid-April, like full on snow that like accumulated, like whatever. Anyways, don't get me started. Let's bring up the weather channel and take a look at that. Abbotsford is giant swamp. That's fair. I will tell a tale though. My parents bought their house in 1997. No, 1993 for like 100K, and they lived there the last whatever that is 20 years, almost 20 years. They just sold their house for like 1.4 million. So um they are basically set up for retirement, so good for them. And they're moving to the East Coast to Nova Scotia, where it's like much more affordable, at least the area they're looking at. So um too many rules in Dubai, I agree, like the no booze thing or no casinos. Good grief, got another spammer. How are they? If I'm hiding them, I don't know if you guys are seeing it then or not. It looks like it's the same scammer, but it's. Anyways. Um. SCFT, I would like to say thank you. Starting an account with Apex. Dervicon, congratulations. I think you will enjoy it. I do like the Apex. I mean, I make that abundantly clear in my videos. I mean, I like all the companies I work with. I know I give Apex a little extra love. I mean, I personally like bigger account sizes, so that's part of the draw for Apex to me. The 35 contracts is not that I deploy them in full that often. That is like even for me, that's a little much. But to have them at the disposal is nice. A couple of guys last week made over 100K in Q money to try. Yeah, I'd believe it. NQ was fun. I used to trade NQ, or I don't even know if you'd call it trading. I would jump in, ride the wave, man. But yeah, ride the wave, but then get like beaten like a stepchild as well. So it was just like it was like the swings were incredible. Like you either made a ton or I took like a massive beating, so I just gave up on it. To the fast paced world of Ultra Bond action. Dervicon from Montreal too, enjoying this weather. 4 days in a row of nothing but sun and fun. This is the most sun I've seen since like last like August, I swear, when I moved here. Warwick. Oh, I'm gonna butcher your last name. Oh, I was gonna say Olivier, but there's extra letters in there. Olive Olivera. Nonetheless, hello back. Nice. Logan Kale and the boys. Trading the NQ. I I get it. Like, complete aside. Well, related to that, but an aside is like I'm not like I get a lot of people trade together. See, like you just mentioned, I'm just not a group trade person. I like it's why you don't see many streams either. It's like I like to just pop on at my free will, do what I do, and then I'm on with my day. Like I don't even like look. I mean, I still pop into there and trade Discord, but I'm not on there as much. Like I just my own sanity. Well, that was more my own sanity, like freeing up some of my time. But yeah, trading the NQ and all that. North St. Jerome. I need to look at a map. I fully admit, I'm basically like a Montreal dunce. The yeah, like all the burbs and stuff, or even street names. Like I could tell you what street I live on, but I couldn't even tell you like two streets like in the neighborhood. Like I just I can't say I've latched on to Montreal quite yet. I do like it. Don't get me wrong. Winter was tough though. I am hoping the summer is the summer of CFT in Montreal, and where I just because everybody keeps telling me, wait for summer, it's gonna be awesome. So I will say I do have tickets to F1 in June. I am a fan of the F1, a recent fan since last year, thanks to Netflix. So I am excited for F1 racing in June. Bought my ticket as soon as they were out. All right, guys, what do you think? How many people? We got 46 people watching. Guys, we got 32 likes. I appreciate it. Guys, I don't know how much longer we want to go. I'm obviously not trading boo. Tickety boo. Tick tick trader boo. I'm not trading tickety boo. Um, you should see my place. We have a lot of snow. Good grief. If a lot of snow is relative to Montreal, a lot of snow, then like man, I feel like I have PTSD from the winter. Like seriously, been a lot of places, lived a lot of places, been through lots in life, all that stuff. But seriously, this last January, February really tested the CFT on the weather front. Was not prepared for the level of cold, the level of wind, the level of snow, the level of torture that is Montreal winter. Part of it is, as I referenced earlier, having dogs, so needing to take them out. I don't get the option to just say, "Ah, screw it, it's a snowy day. I'm going to stay inside." No, 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 no. I get to go out in the blizzard conditions. But next winter won't be a problem since I plan on 100% ditching for the winter. Is there any new interest in prop firms hidden that you're going to showcase? Um, no. um, not none that I know of. I mentioned earlier, so there's lots of new prop firms. The there's a twofold problem. One is like I really have no interest in doing any more trader valuations. Just out of I have plenty of accounts to manage, enough to keep me busy, probably more than I want, but so be it. So trying out for like more isn't really on my radar, and like I don't know. I don't completely trust all the new ones that are popping up, and I don't have the interest in trying out with them to like test them out and see if I'm interested. I kind of like basically took the stance of look, what's on my site, I can stand by. Paid out, trust them, blah blah blah. Um, all the new ones may or may not be good. I suspect. I mean, it's not that I suspect they're all like scams or something, but um, I wouldn't be surprised there's a scam or two in the bunch, and I don't want to find out the hard way or lead someone astray, or just, yeah, I don't know. So no, I mean, no, I have no other firms that I'd be interested in. I'm not even sure like what it would take to like kind of lure me to try out something. I will say, guys, I'll make one comment on the treasury since I haven't done any trading or anything. I talk in like my videos about stuff how they kind of move in tandem. So you've got the ultra bond here, at kind of their highs. You've got the 10 years at their highs, and I'm going to scoot the 30 years over here. And I know it's like kind of confusing because this is sitting on top of this, but they're at their highs also. So that's where I look for more things, because if the 10 or the 30 years were down out of sync with the others, that's where I look for some opportunity. But right now they're kind of lockstep, so there's nothing there. Let's see, let's catch up. Blah, blah. How do you like UB versus ES and Y in either direction? Um, let's see. Okay, hang on. Let me just go through these questions. So I have never traded ES. I mean, well, I'll take that. I mean, I might have traded like ES like a few times, but I wouldn't say I've like traded ES. Like I never got into it. So I can't really speak to ES. Like it's not something I even look at. Like I don't have an ES chart or DOM or anything up. So hard for me to say. I just never latched onto the equities index futures. Just wasn't really my. I mean, yeah, I traded NQ whatever, but I never really got into them and trying to figure them out so much. It was more just like riding the wave and stuff. Now I've traded treasuries for a year and a half now, maybe. Yeah, or geez, we're almost in May, or we are in May. Yeah, well, actually, probably well over a year and a half. Then I've kind of latched onto the treasuries. I mean, yeah, I'll go dabble in CL or something like that, but so I don't really have any input on. Yes, I don't know what to tell you. Like I don't even look at the correlations. Logan Kale, new firm when it's open, putting things in motion to get new traders going. I mean, of course, I'll check it out when it's up and running. See what is what. Um, Winter in St. Jerome. It's not the same as Montreal. Before I lived east of Montreal, it's not the same. Nice. I need to hang on. Let's take a look. Don't worry, I'm not gonna doing this kind of off the screen here. I'm gonna see where this St. Jerome place is. This magical place known as St. Jerome. Like, yeah, I am horrible with anything geography related, like Montreal. Like, okay, let's see. I see St. Jerome. Like I have not even gone like off the island. Actually, let me think. Yeah, since I've been here, I mean, aside from like travel, like by plane or train, but I haven't like driven like off the island, like Laval. Haven't been to Laval. Haven't been to like the South Shore, St. Catherine, uh, Broussard, all that. So definitely haven't my way up to um Jerome, St. Jerome. I got a lot to explore here. I haven't even been like really east of like the biodome on the island, so yeah, it was kind of weird. I mean, I moved here in August, had to find a place to live, found a place to live, moved in, all that stuff. Was just kind of enjoying living here, and then winter hit, and I basically became a hermit for all of winter. And I would say winter basically went like well into like all of March, and then kind of into April. So just now am I like, okay, time to like go like explore and like actually like pretend like I live here. Anywho, let me get back to the chat here. Bayo, how are your prop accounts so far? So far, so good. Everything is good. I really don't. Um, like people, like I have quite a few. And people often ask me, like, I think people think maybe I like trade each of them every single day, and I don't. It's more of a like pick one or two and trade those, and then maybe rotate. But it's not like I have some like schedule or either. It's just kind of like, okay, today I'll trade my LeeLoo account. Today I'll trade my Apex account. Um, that's it. I mean, part of it has to do with withdrawal schedules. I might look and be like, oh, like whatever. It's coming up on the 20th of the month, so I know for Apex you need to put in your withdrawal request. So let me like trade that and see if we can do something magical with it so that I can request a bigger withdrawal. And then the 20th to 25th passes, and now it's like, okay, let me, you probably can withdraw basically whenever the hell you want. Um, so they're all going good. I do like the diversity. It is a bit much. Like some of them, I would honestly, I think back in September, I like thought about like maybe closing a few accounts, and I just never did, and I just got lazy and just never did. Um, I mean, there's no real, I don't know. It would be a little bit easier to have less accounts, but there's no. It's not like it's like I'm losing a sleep over it. It's not like, oh geez, darn, all these funded accounts. Like, what am I gonna do? Like, no, you just manage them and trade them away. No blow ups or anything. Only one I think I ever like totally boned was like a TopStep account twice, three times. It's been a while. I haven't tried. I mean, I have no intention of trying TopStep again, but like it's kind of nice. Like people often are like, oh, whatever, LeeLoo or Apex. Um, like the withdrawal schedule sucks. The first 4 months or 3 months, whatever, you're limited. Yeah, that's true. But once you get past that hurdle, it's just kind of like, all right, now it doesn't matter. So then like I'm at that place. Like it doesn't matter. Like they're all like all the little tighter restrictions are off, I guess. Um, so it's no big deal, but I get why people are like turned off by that stuff. Of course, like yeah, does it suck? Like going like whatever 3 months, 4 months, and being like capped on your withdrawal? Sure. My full time trader, um, sure. The reason I hesitate is like it's not. Don't get me wrong. I'm not sitting in front of my computer 8, 12 hours a day trading away with like a shirt and tie on and like yeah no. Trading is my main like what I do. Yes. But yeah, I don't like I trade 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. like as a general like guideline. Afternoons I spend more time like so the whole CFT thing, which you're witnessing live, really was just like a hobby because I was bored, much like I was bored this evening. Um, that kind of took off more so than I ever would have imagined. So there's like a sense of responsibility with that. So yeah, so keeping the site like updated with the deals and whatever, answering emails, whatever. I check out like the trader forums and stuff, like Elite Trader Forum and Futures IO. Like all of that kind of monopolizes my time, like in the afternoon or evenings. And then I still do dabble in other like business adventures. Like my background is not futures trade. Like I've done this for several years now, but before this, I was a corporate chief financial officer, and then evolved into consulting. And I still like have a foot in or well toe in that. I mean, I'm not heavily in it, but I still have like legacy clients and whatever who I keep tabs on, or they keep tabs on me and like ask questions and stuff like that. So that demands a bit of time. but no, like, so yes, future trading is full time in quotes, as in it's like what I do, but it doesn't demand like my entire. It could, like, I could spend all day trading if I wanted to, but I don't. I used to. I used to trade the evenings, trade the morning, trade the afternoon, sit for 2 hours, wait for the market to open, and decide if there was better things to do with my time. Let's see. Blah, 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 blah. Man, this ultra bound action is not hot, hot, hot. This is like boring. Yeah, there's not, but I mean this. So this is a good example of why I don't trade the evenings. Like it's just boring. I mean, sure, I could try to like pop in here and maybe grab a tick or two, but it's just like why I don't for it. Like just wait. I'll just wait till there's more volume, there's more activity in the morning, and do it then. I'm not like hot on the chase. I kind of like so like kind of what I just said. Like I used to like I would trade like open till like bedtime, and then get up in the morning and trade, and then trade, and whatever. And I at some point got over that, and I'm not saying that's wrong. I'm just saying like for me, it just made more sense to just focus on 4 hours, like jump in, do my thing, get out while the getting's good. Like normally on a Sunday evening, I would not be sitting here watching this whatsoever. Like I don't even log in. I do not care what the ultra run market is doing in the evening. So Ochlo Truss. I hope I'm saying that right. Thank you very much. I'm glad you like it. More to come. Yeah, when like you start like dreaming about the futures market because you like spend so much time just staring at it, it's like I knew it was like, hey, this is too much. And just I mean a lot of the stuff is in videos or I need to make videos, but I mean I really started tracking like my stats and stuff, like journaling. I use Journalytics. There's plenty of software out there. Um but then you can look and see, okay, what instruments am I best at and what time frames am I best at, and all the stuff without getting into it. And yeah, I was able to very clearly see, like, okay, I'm just spinning my wheels in the evenings. Like, yeah, I might hit some winners, I'm hitting some losers, and I'm ultimately just wasting my entire evening, like, trading. So, why bother? Was my kind of general opinion. So, and yeah, it just felt like future trading was like not overwhelming, just like taking over my entire day. I was like, okay, I'd be better served to just focus on like a 4 hour window and do the best I can, and then move on. And yeah, I mean, that's why. And it's just, I mean, honestly, it's just, I mean, I made the decision a long time ago, and that was just a smart move on my part. And I'm not saying it's for everyone. Again, everything I say is just related to me. I don't care. Like, if you guys, whoever wants to trade 22 hours a day, 23 hours, just, go to town. Like, your prerogative, whatever works for everybody. For me, though, it's nice to kind of segment. Okay, mornings trade, afternoon site, answer emails, whatever, read forums, hop in the Intertrade Discord, make snotty comments to people. Speaking of, let me take a gander. Not much chat usually in the evening time frames. And I stand correct. Not much going on. All right, guys, what do we got? We got 39 people watching. Welcome to each and every one of you. What is it? It's 7:30. Let's give it a half hour more. Again, if you're here for trades, you're going to be sorely disappointed. I have zero intentions of trading. I'm just here to basically answer questions crack wise. little test stream seems to be going well. And fully will actually stream some trades soon. I don't think it'll be tomorrow morning, but this week, let's put it that way. This week, I think we can. Lots in the works. I always say that. I always say I'm busy, but it is true. Gonna work on more free articles. Well, they're all free. Free course content, free videos. Again, it's all free. None of it's paid. More stuff. Gonna put up more stuff. Just takes time. Bail, or bow, bail. This is bow. Anyways, yes, live streaming trades would be cool. I mean, way back when, my original intention was to do just that, like every day. Like the good Mighty Ox, I don't know if he's still here. That's a guy who streams like a maniac. But actually, here, let me. Speaking of, if you like trading action, you like hot trading action, I'm gonna set you up. You can check out Mighty Ox Trading. There is a link. Go subscribe to him. Um, but yes, my original intention was to stream like Mighty Ox does, but then I don't know. I just never caught on. I think the thing is for me is when I was trading, like I just like to focus on trading. Like for me, like obviously, like I'm answering, like watching your chat, and it's not like it's there's only 40 people watching and stuff, but answering questions and thinking through and stuff, like it'd be hard to like focus on trading and be interactive in chat. So I think that's where I just was like, screw it, I'm just gonna trade and make videos. Like I'll just screen record and then occasionally like put up highlights or whatever. And I've done a horrible job at that even. So, but all of that said, we'll give it a try. Give it a try. A little live streaming. You can fill your time with the Mighty Ox in between. Watch those copper futures, the NQ, the ES, the God knows what else. Corn. All right, guys, I'll give it a half hour more. Your burning questions, commentary, feedback, ideas for videos, pictures of your cats, although you can't really post pictures on here. There is not micro bonds. I would not be surprised in the future just because they seem to be making that kind of like, yeah, it seems to be the way they're going. Like, yeah, micro crude, micro whatever, micro copper coming out. Um, so yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if in the future there was, but who knows when, is my best answer. I don't know. I was gonna say I don't know how much interest in them there is, but at the same time, if they're introducing micro copper, a little bit of shots fired. Like I would say copper is lesser than the ultra bond, but that's just me. Lesser product. But yeah, to answer your question now, there's no micro treasuries. All right, guys, what have we got here? Let's analyze the situation. Okay, nothing is happening. Never. Good analysis. That's it. Yeah, there's seriously nothing. Like I could probably bring up YouTube videos. I should maybe turn into like a commentary channel where I just comment. We could bring up like Mighty Ox's streams and like comment on like play armchair quarterback on his trades. I think that'd be fun. Just turn my entire channel into like a T channel on Mighty Ox. Like, oh geez, he took that trade. What was he thinking? There is the micro yield futures that crossed my mind. If you want something even slower moving than the treasuries, be sure to check out the micro yield futures. I have not looked at them in a long time. Um, I will not tonight, but one thing I wanted I was gonna I wanted to get more into. I do it, but I don't do it as much as I wanted to. Was spread trading, and spreading within the treasuries. So Logan's comment about the yields made me think of that. Um, but you need that real discrepancy between the two. You know, like the bond, ultra bond down here and the 10 years up here to like put on a spread. That's where the bigger contract evaluations come into play also. Like you need contracts available. Like you can't spread with like two contracts. Um, and you need to factor in like the tick size. Like 10 years are half the tick value of the ultra bond. They also move a lot slower. I think this is like a great representation. The ultra bond is traded in whatever this is, like a 20 tick range, whereas these are traded in like maybe 10 or 11 tick range. So, and at half the value of this. So you need to kind of proportion it, if that makes sense. If you're with me on my rapid fire discussion, like four, like almost 4 to 1, right? So like 10 years, putting on 4 lots here would be the equivalent of 2 lots here in terms of tick size, and then on top of that, you have like twice the travel here, so, or half the travel here. So that's where I get like the 4 to 1. If you're with me, some point, somehow, some way, I'll make a spread video and or just trade. I mean, I could trade spreads live. I'll just like go out of my way to like say, okay, today we're only doing spreads, and then nothing will happen, and we'll just sit here and talk, and it'll be fun. Oh, this motherfucker. Sorry if you guys. Oh, you don't see it. Sorry. Pardon my French again. There I go, speaking French. No, the spammers. Son of a bitch. All right. I need to like. Here's one tip for the CFT. I need to figure out how to put like some filters on these fucking assholes. You look away for 2 minutes. 2 minutes, and the bestcams.fun pops in. I don't even know if you guys see that. I'm guessing you might see some of these. There's like seriously like 10 messages. Some of them caught by the filter and some not. These dirty bastards. This is what I'm talking about. See, this is what annoys me. Like people leave shitty comments or spam, like spam shit like this. I think I got them all. Black Beauty Machine says Earn a Trade and Finamark is the worst. I would agree that Finamark is nothing to get excited about. Earn a Trade's just fine. But yeah, Finamark kind of blows. I agree. Um, Yeah, like when people talk about like web-based trading, like it doesn't even cross my mind. Like I would never send someone to Finamark as like an option. Spybot. All right, and I wrote it down to I'll figure this out like afterwards or tomorrow. Like getting yeah. Let me write down Spybot. I used to when I used well, not that I've streamed a ton, but yeah, when I used a different software, I had all the stupid stuff set up, like the filters and stuff. But I started using whatever else. I forget. Streamlabs. I didn't set up all the filters and everything else. So luckily, it's only one. I mean, they have hot girls and boys over 18. Thank God they're over 18. Let me see here. All right, so you guys can hate on Finamark. I agree with you, but yeah, that's right. I used to have Nightbot enabled. That must have been on OBS, but now I'm on Streamlabs and Nightbot. I had it all set up to filter all that shit. Anyways, I'll figure that out. That's a hot take for the CFT for tomorrow to figure out. Hey, this is part of this reason for the stream to work out some of the kinks. Because there's 42 people watching on a Sunday evening, I welcome you all. God knows how many would be here on an actual like market day when there's good trading to be had. Zabak the midget. I'm curious if you're actually a midget. Crude has to get above the resistance. Welcome to Citizen Gazriel. I'm like horrible at pronouncing names. I think I got that one right though. Let's take a look at crude oil because the Ultra Bond's doing nothing exciting. Let's bring up the trusty. Here, I'll even expand it here just to completely so it's not confusing. Here's a 5-minute. So let's see. Crude oil has to get above that resistance. Yes. No, I don't know. I have not been watching crude oil, and doesn't look like it's really going apeshit here. Hang on a sec. Let me ask her. I was going to monkey with this, but we're not staying on that much longer. I was going to bring up the DOM and all that, but I need to set it up, and that's probably more work than it's worth. You guys probably appreciate looking at chart more than the depth market, anyways, for a little bit. Bruce Monroe asks, I don't trade the bonds, but is there a way you can trade your method without using Jigsaw? So, um, probably so, but I don't really know. Somebody asked me this before too. The thing is, I'm not as familiar with any of the other. Like I know NinjaTrader has there's always a standard depth of market, right? But it only shows the price, the bid, and the ask. If you want to see all the other stuff, hang on here. Let's just do this. All the other stuff being like whatever the actual trades, the adds, subtracts, all this fun stuff. I would say like this stuff's not. I mean, I like this, but um, when things are actually moving, I like to actually see the actual hitting, like what's actually traded, like this middle column. Like, did the buyers come up and hit the sells, or the other way, etc. That's what the middle column is. Um, as far as other software to do it in, NinjaTrader has like their Super DOM, which I think you can recreate this, but it's only in like the paid version of NinjaTrader, as far as I know. The short answer is no. Nothing I'm aware of, but I'm sure there is maybe, but nothing I'm aware of for doing what Jigsaw does. Like I know there's other software that does it, like TT Trader, but TT Trader is like, if you think Jigsaw is expensive, TT Trader is like I don't even know anyone that uses TT Trader. That's like completely like institutional level type stuff. Yeah, like Logan said, NT, if you do the paid license, you get the order flow and DOM stuff. I've not, but thing is, so I have a fully paid license for NinjaTrader. I have an NT brokerage account too, but I don't like. I've never even. I think I looked at the depth market like once. Like I don't use it as the thing. I use Jigsaw, and I just kind of creature of habit. Like I haven't really explored other options. Let's catch up. I'm with Apex now. Earned a trade looks nice, but something always goes wrong. I don't get if Finmark screwed me too. Finmark is junk. I mean, to be honest. I mean, Earned a Trade as an outfit, I'm happy with. No issues. But yeah, Finmark, like they'd almost be better off just getting rid of Finmark. Like yeah, like it only ends up screwing people, like and then leaves you with like a bad taste. Obviously, like you blew your account because of it. So Sterling Trading Tech as institutional. That name sounds familiar, but yeah, it sounds familiar, but I don't, off the top of my head, I don't know anything about it. I swear I looked at it once, but like a long time ago. Who? I'm curious now. I'm gonna look this up, like on my other screens. Um, Sterling Trading Tech. Like it rings a bell. I'm trying to remember. Huh. The reason I say huh is like when I Google Sterling Trading Tech, the top, I should just bring it up over there, but the top ones are paid ads, and they say trading tech scam alert, are you a victim? And then the other one is there's like a class action lawsuit against them. So I think I'll stop there. Yeah, no idea what they're about, and so I don't really want to go down that road. Let's take a look. See here, use AMA opening range on a tick or volume chart is all you need. I would say different strokes for different folks in terms of trading and indicators and all that. I trade order flow in the treasuries. You trade AMA opening range on a tick or volume chart, and so be it. You have options trading. Good way to trade large. So that's really interesting. Do you think FinAmerican and Order Trade do this on purpose? I do not. Like, um, I know, like, I can sympathize. I can't even say the word sympathize with sympathize with the idea that like the firms are out to get you, but I really don't think they are. Um, I mean, I don't know the deal with Finamark, like why they still offer it if it's so glitchy and trash. Like honestly, this is the most discussion I've seen about Finamark ever. Like usually once in a blue moon, someone brings up Finamark, like wherever on a forum or in the trade Discord or in a comment. Like almost like I very seldom see somebody mention that they use it. So the fact that like so many people here have used it, um, is odd. Like, or it's not odd, but it's just like yeah, like wow, okay, like it sounds like it's really not good. I used like when I first signed up for in a trade, which was like years ago, 2 years ago, probably yeah, whatever. It was like late 2020 was my first go around with Earn to Trade, and I did try Finamark, and I remember hating it. And I specifically remember posting on one of the trader forums how trash Finamark was. So I was right there with you. And I remember Earn to Trade themselves like commented, they're like kind of a snotty comment, or not snotty, but they were just like, okay, like rather than just say it's trash, like what is the problem with it? Like let us know. Apparently they didn't make any improvements to it though. Let's see. Gary says Buell Knox. Buell Knox indeed. Um, no, I don't know your specifically about Buell Knox, but do you think, or don't you think, any evaluation company that uses unrealized in-trade real-time trailing drawdown, I'm with you, is really just interested in making a business out of selling evaluations rather than funding traders? And then we have a separate question. So I don't know about that. I mean, yeah, is it like a tough thing to deal with? Yeah. I mean, for me, it's like I've just always been used to it. Like it's always kind of been the way. Like I know there's a few firms. Things have changed so much in the last 2 years. Like that did it used to be only LeeLoo did that, but all these other companies weren't even around, or at least I wasn't part of them, like Buell Knox and Apex and all that. I know Apex just started last year, etc. But so LeeLoo back in my day, LeeLoo was the only one that did the trailing drawdown. And yeah, it was a bit tougher to deal with. I guess so. Here's part of the problem is for me in the way I trade, like it doesn't factor in as much because I'm not taking wild swings on any trade. Um, Although I do have a story, I remember specifically about signing up for LeeLoo. Again, this is like 2020 at one point, and like NQ spiked and then came right back down, and it busted me because of exactly what you're mentioning, the trailing drawdown. So I got screwed on that. Business out selling evaluations rather than funding traders. Uh, like it doesn't hurt like them. I mean, yeah, it hurts the trader, that's for sure. Um, it gives you like one thing to deal with. I guess I'm on the fence. Like on one hand, I'm like, there's really not a lot of rules, so if you can comply by the trailing drawdown, but I realize not everybody trades like me, and like that would like not lend itself well to if you have a bigger like you trade an NQ or you trade whatever, and you have more swings, and you have to monitor it as well and keep tabs on where you're at like through the day. So I get it. I as far as like it's their business model, I don't know. Like quite a few people pass like Apex, and I'm sure LeeLoo as well. I just Apex kind of puts it out there maybe a bit more. Um, so I don't know. I mean, end of the day, I don't know that it's like their business model doesn't hurt them, but I think I don't know. I've always been the mindset of like there's not a lot of rules, so like if you can just like the, I guess it's like the rules are out there. Like I know what they are, so I'm gonna play by them. And if I don't like them, then I'll have to go play somewhere else. That's kind of where I always land at. Um, CRS 24 WFU. Do you keep the same balance on all your evaluation once your first month? Okay, hang on. Let me reread this. Do you keep the same balance on your evaluation once your first month is up on Apex and you haven't met your goal? Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So if you're in the evaluation, a month goes by and you haven't passed. Yeah, you just keep going. Like you pay the monthly fee, but you just keep going from where you're at. So obviously the incentive is there is to pass before you get rebilled. But oh, Logan already answered it. I'm catching up here on the questions. Yes. So all right, you already know the answer. Yeah, you keep the same balance. Male gossip is a disease. Says someone needs to do a video review on Finmark to warn people. Maybe so. Like I don't use it whatsoever. Yeah, it was like the now like with so many of you talking about it, I am surprised. Like if it's that troublesome, like I have not used it. I quite literally have not used it in like a year and a half. So I just and almost nobody ever talks about it. So I didn't like realize if it was good or bad. I just figured like I didn't like it when I used it, like just out of functionality, nothing to do with like if it was busting or anything. It's just trailing trends aren't day on close trades is one thing, but in time feels like a trap. And then sorry, I'm just reading ahead here, and that might mean a Finmark. Yeah, I mean the trailing drawdown, unfortunately, or well, unfortunately for traders, seems to be the way of the way it's gone for most companies. I know not every single company, and but yeah, that can that can burn. You're trading away and you get busted. On the trailing drawdown. And then as far as Finamark, yeah, I mean, the first annual meeting of the anti-Finamark club is in session. No, I mean, you guys have every right to hate Finamark. Like I said, I haven't used it in a year and a half, so I can't speak to it. But yeah, when I used it, I didn't like it either. So, um, and I don't even know anything about Finamark. Like honestly, like I've never heard of Finamark outside of Earn a Trade. Like I don't know if it's like their own software, or maybe they bought out a company, or maybe it's just not popular. I am Googling off camera. Let's see here. Alright, trading software. I swear I looked this up once before, a long time ago, to see if, like, I mean, it looks like it's an actual trading software, like somebody could use outside of Earn to Trade. Obviously, none of you guys are fans, but, um, I mean, my guess, like, if I was to, like, full on guess, they probably partner with Earn to Trade way, 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 way back. And it's just kind of a legacy thing. Like they've always been there, they're still there. It just kind of sits there. People still use it, and unfortunately, it's junk. So hopefully, at some point, they take the feedback to get rid of it. Let's see. Say you want to trade large equity, and someone has to put it up and need to keep it safe. You must get trade intelligence, limit loss. Yeah, I mean, am I full time day trader? I kind of mentioned this earlier. I Yes, in quotes. I do not sit in front of the computer all day and night and day trade. I trade 4 hours a day, 8 to 12. Special exception tonight, although since I have not taken one trade, you would say that I'm not trading tonight either. I don't trade the evenings, so yes, I trade the mornings. I do other stuff in the afternoon related to trading, but not trading itself. So, and then I dabble in a few other business adventures from days of yesteryear. Um, yeah, the real, just catching up on all the discussion. Yeah, the real kind of Valhalla is you get funded, you make it a few months, you get past all the limitations of whatever, drawdowns and all that stuff. Um, if there's scaling plans, you get past those, etc. You start withdrawing some money, all is good. But yeah, it sucks at first. Yeah, and I mean it is like a game of Frogger, like seriously trying to navigate, like besides getting through the evaluation, then once you get funded and then navigate like the stuff like I just mentioned, like yeah, like withdrawal limits and if there's like scaling plans. I mean it varies by company, etc. So real question, well it's not the real question, is who will run what deal in May? We don't have a long weekend till Memorial Day, and I very distinctly remember several companies running Memorial Day sales last year, but that's like 4 weeks away. So, um, what are your guys' thoughts on the new? Let's bring this up. I'm actually very curious on this. Just came to me. LeeLoo Trading.com recently announced their mobile trading app right here. Let's see. I can't make this any bigger, or it's not like moving. You get the picture. They now have their mobile trading app. I have to admit, I was a little skeptical, and I will admit, once it came out, I was rightfully so. We discussed this a little bit earlier. Logan was on. I don't know. I got the impression they're playing it off like you could actually trade on the app, like charts, all that stuff, and it's not really. Like you can just kind of manage your account and get out of a position, basically. What do you guys think? Yay or nay? Does it make you excited about LeeLoo? And I just noticed this LeeLoo and trading. Like, is that just a typo, or is it actually like the name of the app? Like LeeLoo and trading, but abbreviate it like LeeLoo and trading. Old Linux trucker, hello. Saw you recently in the Orange Trade Discord. Sorry guys, I'm typing away here, managing many of things here, and not looking at the chat. Let's see. Mike Bertram. I would argue Logan does know how the trailing drawdown works, only because I know Logan's been around the block, longtime follower of the CFT. I agree, Rems PRX, Rems Bricks. Anyways, yeah, no, I mean the app, like, I don't know. I like LeeLoo fine, but uh, yeah, the app doesn't like do anything for me. Like, I wouldn't be like, oh, sweet, they have an app now that you can close your position. Like, I mean, personally, I'm not like out running around like with open positions, like needing to close them on my phone. Some people might be, but watercolor guy, I agree. And yeah, I mean, that is the thing is sometimes people do like computer crashes or freezes or whatever. Like, I mean, it's good to have an option. It'd be good to have it set up and ready to go. Chocolate, your chat is working fine. Nice to see you here. Chocolate. Let me repronounce that. Chocolate. Earn the trade veteran. Funded trader, guys. Yeah, all your funded account questions direct straight to Chocolate. Golly gee willikers, guys. The bonds right back. Nice little range here. Here's your crude oil on the left. I know there was some discussion about breaking something. Good evening to Chocolate. You can't help but pronounce a little extra emphasis on the lit. Chocolate. Perfect. We got it right. The caps worked. Like a double, I don't know the term. I was going to say double entendre, but not really. I mean, maybe it is. It's chocolate, but it's also chocolate. JD Ocha. Ocho. Is it like Ocho Cinco? Nonetheless, good evening to JD as well. You are not missing out on much. You're listening to me crack wise about the trader firms. Watch the Ultra Bond, watch the crude oil, do absolutely nothing. I would say I'm not liking the CL potential only because I've not been paying any attention and not trading. But I feel like the the crowd, I can feel the energy from the crowd. There might be some emphasis here on the CL potential tonight. Take a look here, guys. Let me do you a favor because I know nobody cares about the ultra bonds, and nor do I at this moment. Let's make this real nice and big. There's your 5-minute chart on the CL. New season of Ozark, guys. Like I know we're here to talk trading, but or no, I shouldn't say about the new season. The last half of the final season, Ozark out. Be sure to watch it if you are a fan because it was good. That is how I spent my Saturday. Come for the trading, stay for the television, Netflix, YouTube reviews. Got into bonds because of you. I like what I'm hearing. I like what I'm hearing, and the fun to be had in Ultra Bond. But she's been quiet for a while now, and the 2-year and 5-year fun. Hang on, sorry. Let me answer that or address that. No, really answer. I appreciate that, Showbiz Trader. I am a fan of the bonds, obviously. The evenings for sure. Like, I mean, you've seen, I haven't taken a trade or even like entertained the idea of one. Um, bonds, yeah. I mean, somebody was asking me. They're like, I don't like see like the setups that you see. Like, I put out videos or the free course about all the setups. They're like, I don't see them. And I don't know. Like there's trades to be had every day. I mean, there might not be a lot of trades, but there's trades to be had. I mean, the bonds. Yeah, don't get me wrong. There's absolutely nothing exciting about the bonds, and I mean that's part of why I use two monitors. Trading screen up on one, do everything else on the other. So I can just kind of sit here and do other stuff and kind of eyeball the bonds, and if something starts to happen, then switch the focus on over there. Um, but yeah, I'm glad to hear you got into the bonds. The twos and the fives. Um, wow. Not in a bad way. Wow. Just I don't think I've ever looked at the twos. The fives I've looked at, but I don't know the pace. Just the tick size and the pace is like even too slow for this ring a ding kid. So that's why I usually trade the ultra bond. But I do. I mean, I had up. I won't bother to show, but you saw the 10 years up as well. I'll trade the 10 years as well. I'll sometimes trade. I used to trade like the 30s, the ZB. But it's like I'd rather just trade the Ultra Bond or the 10 years. Like kind of same but kind of different. Use like a little bit different approach, I guess. Not really. Well, yeah, without explaining it all, but yeah. But yes, treasuries. I'm glad I have a treasury convert. I've heard from several. Okay, what? Let's see. Mike says CFT back when Apex first started. Daryl had a video on the homepage about halfway through explained why he started Apex. I didn't watch that. There you go. There, your little CL is breaking down. If you guys are talking about opportunity in CL, I'm hoping you're talking about the downwards opportunity. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it's gonna turn around. I don't really actively trade CL that much. Anyways, yeah. I remember he got like burned by a LeeLoo. Like they capped his withdrawals, and that's kind of why he started it, from what I remember, and maybe other reasons too. I'm completely like, what this is what I remember. Apex, I mean, is killing it, from what I can tell. They just seem like LeeLoo. I mean, I like LeeLoo, but they definitely are just like a little bit all over the place sometimes with like the deals and stuff, and like I can't keep up on them sometimes. Like they'll have like, oh, flash sale like 12 hours or whatever. You know, it's like Jesus. I find out 6 hours in, and it's like halfway over. So, um, or just like, yeah, like price match. This is LeeLoo, like price match and like whatever 80% off like the 25K and the 250K and 30% off this, and it's like holy crap. Like I'm glad they have all these deals, but it's like difficult to stay on top of them sometimes, or at least for me to like update everything. So I'm just like, screw it, it's gonna be over by the time I update my site. um Apex though, man, that 80% sale though, I know like people are, I mean the 50% is just kind of like a given right now with Apex. God damn. Sorry, hang on guys. There's like spam shit again. You may or may not. I think you see some of these. Hang on. Okay. Jesus. I really need to set up the bot to take care of these. Okay. Yeah. Anyways, let me catch up on the chat here. Yeah, the Apex 8% sale was like bonkers. Like I know a lot of people jumped on that. Because yeah, 50% is just kind of like the norm now. Um, but 80% like came out of left field. It's like holy shit. All right. Blah 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 blah. Lifetime NT license for that order flow. Uh I do have an NT lifetime license. Um and I do have an NT brokerage account. Um and I get my data through them. So yes, but I don't think, I'm trying to think now. You could just get data through like, well there's lots of different ways. You like through Rhythmic you can get the date level 2 data, or you could pay like Kinetic or so. There's lots of different ways to get data, so it's not just because I have a lifetime license that I'm seeing like depth of market. So lots of ways. I tried to get in train bonds because of you, but I couldn't vibe with it. That's complete like, yeah, I mean it's not for everybody. I mean it really is not. Like it can be super boring. Like it's, and not even just super boring, but it's just like, I like the bonds because they lend themselves very well to order flow trading. I know you guys like looking at the chart more, but yeah, like all the order flow stuff. I mean, granted, there's not a lot happening tonight. Looks like a bit more happened since we last looked, but yeah, like if you're into order flow, I think the bonds work well. If you're not in order flow, they don't really work that great, or they might. But I've like never like, I'm not a chart trader, and there you go. And CLs dropping, all kinds of stuff happening here. Let's take a look. They need to watch a course. I agree. More course stuff coming. I've committed to like May. I'm gonna create like more course material. Like it or not, I do like it. I just need to like get into it. But it'll happen. Is that enough? Come on, need at least 4 to 5. Preferred 5 to 9. I completely missed what the reference was. Or are we talking about like the 2s, the 5s, the 30s, all that stuff? Hang on. Let's see. I now have a little Discord room dedicated. So you actually started a Discord room dedicating the treasuries, and the CFT did not get an invite, or maybe he did and he completely ignored it. One of the two things happened, but send me a link. Probably like email it to me is the best way. I don't expect the world. Like I like haphazardly go on the Earn to Trade Discord as it is. I'm part of like Fat Cats of Wall Street and Speculator Seth's discords, and I like never look at them. And I was part of the Jigsaw Discord, and I left because um trying to say this in a diplomatic way. There's a few people on there that are a little bit like too much, annoying as hell. Like I wasn't getting anything out of it like trading related. It was just like a couple people who just talk like a lot of shit all day long, and it's like, okay, I don't want to waste my time like with these retards. So pardon my French yet again. Nonetheless, if you started a treasury trading Discord, email me a link is probably the best way. Canadian Futures Trader at gmail.com. That's right, Logan. Yeah, he made a bunch of money and then they stopped his withdrawals and he had to bounce. I remember too, they did like some like they do a post or video addressing it at some point. Like I kind of remember the stuff. I like skim over it a lot of times. Holy balls, there's like a ton of spam. I think I hit it all though. Okay. Yeah, okay, no, you guys saw it because you, yeah, you even commented on it. I think I got rid of it all. God damn it. Tomorrow, if I do anything, it'll be set up like Nightbot or Spybot and all those bots to like my bots to take care of their bots. IQ Kinetic and then T Brokerage. TD. Okay, yeah, you're just listing like different options for data feeds. Yeah. Kinetic's like expensive. There's also IQ feed. I don't know if you listed that one. Yeah. IQ. I forget. There's something like IQ feed is just like a like version of Kinetic, something like that. I can't quite remember. Um Anyways, yeah, there's a few options to get real time like data piped in, or if you're with the trader valuation companies, Rhythmic will do it as well. How many trades do you take in a single day? Welcome, Gamer Saint Row. I would say anywhere from none to 5 would be like a normal average. I'm not to say there's not like some off day where there's like 8 trades, but for the most part, no, I'm pretty patient man these days. Like I just sit and wait and wait and wait. Like believe me, if you wanted to jump in and out, you could sit there and jump in and out all day long, like trying to chase trades, and that's what I used to do. And I would get burned, or I would spend hours like in out, in out, in out, and end up the day like nowhere, or maybe up, maybe down. I just decided at some point, like, you know what, I'm just gonna like wait for like the premium setups and like take those, and that's what I do. So yeah, not a lot of trades, and believe me, it's yeah, painfully boring sometimes, and it's tempting sometimes too, like to sit there. But that's kind of why I distract me. Like I trading screen on one on the left, kind of what you're looking at on the right monitor. I do other stuff, so like I'm doing other stuff and just eyeballing the market so I can switch my focus. Anyways, let's see. CFT's own. Jesus Christ! I seriously have my own section on this Discord channel. How am I not part of this like Discord? Like, what is this like a secret fan club? Is this something weird? I appreciate it. That's the first time I've heard of it. This is news to me, and I'm sorry if you have told me about it in the past and I completely spaced and missed it or something. Completely new to me. I'd be happy to be part of your Discord though, so send me a link. Um, Apex 80% off, crazy deal. That's the first time it was, yeah. It's just been like 50, it's basically been 50% off since they started in September 2021. So yeah, the 80% was definitely like kind of unexpected, but I think yeah, a lot of people jumped on that. And I have no idea when they'll do it again or how often they do something like that. I don't like if I was to guess, and this is guys complete guess. I don't think they'll go like the LeeLoo route and run deals like every other week or every week and like be all over the place. I think like I could definitely see them doing the 80% again, but I don't even know if it would be like this month. Like maybe it's next. Like I don't know. Like I'm only speculating completely. See, I was trying to find a break low. Might see a little bounce here. Profit taking time for the shorts. I started out trading oil. I even bought myself a Gulf oil hat. Hang on. I feel like you guys really need to see this. Gulf Oil truck. It's not really a trucker hat. I'll just Google trucker hat, but I don't think it's this exact hat. Distressed vintage hat. I own this hat. If you ever see somebody walking around Montreal in that hat, that is may well be me. Um, yeah, when I first started trading, I was hellbent on being an oil trader. I don't know why. It just sounded really cool. And then I got burned enough by oil and I switched to the treasuries. But anyways, it's still fun to watch. Um, let's see. Hang on. Let me catch up here. Invite it. Okay, cool. Hang on. I don't even think I have Gmail up on here. Wow, I got all kinds of emails. Got some from YouTube. One from Logan. And one from Elijah Chester. All right. Vita, thanks for all your work. Thank you, Toad Mankstro. I appreciate it. Durvacon, my friend from Saint, I forget the name already. Saint Jerome? Um, North of Montreal. 80% off. Yeah, what Logan's saying, yeah, that's, I mean, LeeLoo created their own problem. They screw over Daryl. He goes and creates a better firm, and now they get to compete with him and scramble. So be it. I mean, hey, let's, whatever. And again, not, I mean, I've had no problems with LeeLoo, but yeah, I mean, I favor Apex a bit. Um, LeeLoo is an interesting company. Started by ranchers in Montana. If you go way back, if you want some fun, you got some spare time on your hands, go on LeeLoo Trading's YouTube channel. Go back to their original videos. Um, you can put out some interesting videos. They weren't trading related. They were like very much rancher, like almost skits to a degree. It was very weird. Very weird. Um, Yeah, I mean, what Logan said. I mean, I've had zero issue with it. It's funny because, like, I'm not a, I mentioned this way ago, but I'm not an active Facebook user, like, contributor, but I'll, like, just, like, pop on and see what's happening. And, every day it's, like, on Apex's Facebook group, like, I, whatever. Is anybody actually withdrawing money? Like, it's like, good grief, yes. Like, yes, yes, and yes. Like, every month, like, I get it. Somebody's new. They have no backstory. That's their first question. Like, I get it, but at the same time, it's like, good grief. Like, does anyone like take 5 minutes to like go research like anymore? Or are they just like, interesting? I kind about the LeeLoo people and their vacation spot. I heard months ago. I mean, it might have been half a year ago at this point. But yeah, they were, and they might have. I might have gotten the email too, and just I definitely skim emails. But yeah, they were like doing exactly that, like offering their like vacation spot stuff. And I do know that is it Jody? Jody, the main owner of LeeLoo, still owns it, but Chris, the guy in the video, they do their videos, the Chris and Nick show. Chris actually stepped up a few months ago, and he's now like the main guy in charge. Um, I'm guessing because Jody's busy with the vacation ranch. I don't know. Um, Yeah, I think I either got the email or heard about the. I'm sure I got the email and I just dismissed it or whatever. I think I did get the email. I'm kind of remembering this now. Sorry guys, I'm just popping in the Earn to Trade Discord, seeing what's happening. A lot of times I just look like a spy, although I'm not spying for anyone other than myself. Seeing what people are talking about. Occasionally jump in, add my 2 cents. Not much going on a Sunday Eve. Alright guys, hang on. Let me get back. Let's see what's happening. Not much. Alright, Chris and Nick's show seemed to, yeah. I will, yeah. Speaking of weird things LeeLoo does, I remember last summer they did like a weight loss challenge. Like that seemed out of nowhere. It's just like what? They definitely like throw a lot of things at the wall and see what sticks. I'll give them that. Yeah, they had like people posting pictures or tagging. I don't remember. Haven't seen that challenge resurface. I did not make a video about Elite Trader funding. We actually discussed this early on in the stream, which I started hours ago. Wow, time flies. So a lot of people asked me about Elite Trader. I ended up putting them on my site. I felt kind of dirty about it just because I really stuck to my guns about only putting companies on my site that I'd actually tried out with. But so many people asked about Elite Trader, and they emailed me too, and they actually seemed like they had their act together compared to like some other companies that email me. So I was like, you know what, I'll put them on here. But that said, I haven't gone through them, so I don't really have much input. I guess I could at some point. I'm a little reluctant, not because of them, but because of just I'm tapped out, man. I'm like, I'm trader evaluation out for now. The Bucks in the trader competition with LeeLoo, I believe Logan is. I did not enter myself. All right, guys, you sit tight for about 4 minutes. I'm gonna pop up and refresh my glass of water because I wasn't planning on chit chatting this long. So I'll be back in a saint's whisper. Rad Poker 47. I'm good. How are you? Frequent contributor to the Earn to Trade Discord. A man who enjoys himself some police chases, some grapplers, some Miss DJ Shelton action, and some trading in between it all. This Tick Tick Trader, we talked about it earlier. I kind of dismissed it, but it sounds like some people like are funded and got payouts and all that stuff, so maybe I dismissed it a little too soon. Mike Bertram, another longtime follower of the channel. Yeah, let us know why Tick Tick Trader, not, and I'm not saying good or bad, I'm genuinely curious. I have not looked much into them. I do know they offer Jigsaw for free, which I was kind of surprised about, but I mean, if Jigsaw partnered with them, they did. End of day balancing, and the express account you pass the same day you sign up. Okay. Let's take a look at this Tick Tick Trader. I think we actually looked earlier. Let's see. No, it's Deal Knox, Jigsaw. Here we go. Tick Tick. Um, this is. I think the display's a little goofed up because I have this browser like compacted to fit in the stream window. I'm sure that's part of why this like doesn't really line up with this. You know what? I'm going to take Mike's word for it. So you can pass in the same day. So basically, you don't have to wait the 10 days, I'm assuming, is what you're saying. Or, yeah, 10 days is kind of the norm, but you don't have to wait that now. If you pass, like you passed, and you passed. And I'm guessing that's on. I know they have like an accelerated version. And then the end of day drawdown. End of day drawdown. All right. Yeah, and I mean, we discussed that kind of earlier too. People, just about the trailing drawdown and how it can catch people and definitely bust a lot of accounts. So, of course, end of day drawdown would be a perk. No withdrawal limits. I'm catching up here. Let me see here. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so yeah, the express is you pass the same day. So, um, I don't know if there's like facts on the express. Whatever, I take your word for it. Here we go. No minimum trading days right here, right front and center. Your Tick Tick Express, the very hour you purchase it, and it's exactly 10 trading days. So yeah, no minimum trading days. Nice. All right. Maybe I need to look more into this. Maybe I need to look more into this. They have Jigsaw. They have that. Blah blah blah. No withdrawal limits. Bike pass twice. I have a new email. Let's see. There you go. Say, Mike, you're now the de facto Tick Tick Trader expert. So, can you have multiple accounts? I'm gonna guess yes, but well, I'll let you answer. I'll take a quick little. Actually, here, let's give it a search. Let's see it off for search. Doesn't mean it's not in here. I just didn't find it. Or here, actually, let's go to funded accounts because that's really where we want. Validation. I haven't seen anything about maximum or minimum number of accounts, but I'm gonna guess, yeah. You cannot. Okay, so Yolanda, welcome Yolanda. You can't have multiple accounts. Can't use a copier though. Interesting. I mean, completely fair, but good to know. Yeah, rather than me try to dig through their site on a whim, I'll let you guys. You guys are the pros. I'll let you answer. Let's bring up that hot CL action. According to the KISS order flow trading, which again I do not actually use for what it does, but if I was, that's what it does. It sticks up little arrows and bars like this is resistance, blah blah blah. I don't trade using this stuff, but um, let's see. So no copiers. That kills Rad Poker. I'm assuming the no copiers. Takes about 2 business days for them to set it up after passing the 100K Express. All right, sounds like several of you guys have passed then. Hot on the tick tick. Maybe let's add this to my to-do list this week. If enough people are on it, then I'm kind of like, all right, time to give it a look. Because believe me, I've had like I seriously get about 3 emails. Maybe not 3 a day. They're haphazard. Several a week from new companies. I couldn't even name you one because they just have the most random names sometimes. Um, let's see. You also can't trade the same instrument at the same time on different accounts. I assume that's kind of related to the trade copiers. Like it really is like a way of making sure that you're not doing anything. Scaling after passing. All right. Got I guess a red tick, a tick tick in the red column, the negative. I mean, most companies do, but I mean some don't. Like I know Apex doesn't. Spielnax, not sure. I'd have to circle back. I'm so yeah. I'm not sure if I can add tick tick just because I don't know if I can like stay on top of another company, but I think I can. I can squeeze one more in. Newest video series, CFT tries for Tick Tick Trader. May well. Hell, I would try that, whatchamacallit, whatever their express version is, whatever name they give it. 100K Express. Let's bring this up again. Let's see. Do I still have it up? Yeah. Again, this is all goofed up just because how I have the browser. Okay, 100K Express. So $6,000 profit goal, 14 contracts, no daily loss limit. The tick drawdown, which is the end of day drawdown, is 3,500. Minimum trading days, none. First 3 months, 100%. Oh, that's interesting too. So riddle me this, one of you guys who's in the know without me digging around. It says first 3 months, I know this is off, but 100% and 4 months on we're 90%. So does that mean you can withdraw any amount and you get 100%, or is there caps on the 100%? Because somebody said there was no caps on withdrawals, I thought. Let's see. Aren't there copiers that live in Ninja, but the value firms can't really see? I mean, Ninja Trader, the old version of the Ninja Trader had a copier in, but I don't think anyone, no, most people aren't using the old version of Ninja Trader. New versions you can do plugin like Replicano. Can they see it? No, but if they see all the trades on your accounts are the exact same, that's how they can tell. Yolanda, I agree. It is a lot to keep on top of them. I do my best. But yeah, no, I mean, I think I have a pretty good handle. But yeah, sometimes one sneaks by, especially with LeeLoo, I mentioned earlier, just throwing deals out sometimes out of nowhere. And it's like, ah, shoot, like I'm actually busy today. I don't have time to like do something about it or put up a video or anything like that. So watercolor guy says the bad thing is the rules violation. If you break a rule and fund it, like scaling, they only pay 20% exceeding the threshold. Um, you will probably run into that same problem with a lot of the companies. Like they don't actively put it on their sites, but like when you sign the contract, I mean, and I'd have to look, like I can't even like throw out an exact number, but with a lot of the companies, if not all of the companies, it's kind of that way too. Like your first 3 months, if you break a rule, you only get whatever, 20%. I think it's 50 though with some. So the 20% is probably pretty bad, but simple, man. Just don't break a rule. Just trade away, man. Lifetime relationship. Just kidding, of course. I know things happen. And yeah, that would suck. You put a lot of hard work into it, and then you break like a scaling rule by haphazard trade. I've done it myself, um, and yeah, next thing you know, you're only getting 20% of the money you made. If you can't trade the same instrument at the same time, a copier is not good. Yeah, I mean, unless you like set up a copier to do like micros and minis, but I mean, I don't know. You're just trying to work your way around the system and probably not going to work out, or they'll catch on or whatever. Who knows? But so multiple accounts, yes. Trade copiers, no. I'm still curious about this first 3 months, 100%. Is that capped in any which way or nay? I mean, not that it's a big drop from 100% to 90%. Don't get me wrong. Um, Interesting. All right, let me bring up this. Sorry, my stupid. There we go. Oh, look at this. So this is why I don't use things like say Kiss order flow. You got the little red arrows. We have that nice big red bar. Like this is support or resistance, whatever resistance, I guess. It's not gonna break through. Breaks right through it. Like, and now it's green. So now you've got support. Like, yeah, I I don't. Yeah, we all know I'm not a indicators type of person. I like the fancy colors, so they warm my heart. Um, Anyways, back to this tick tick trader. No new updates. Well, that is good news. That is actually, honestly, the fact that there's several of you out of 48 people in here, there's several people who have passed, and I think at least one of you did the withdrawal. Gives me some, like, maybe I should check it out then. All right, guys. I'm going to give it 20 more minutes. 9 p.m. fast approaches Eastern Standard Time. An hour past when I originally said I would stop streaming. Heard any news about TopStep? No. Why? Did they do anything new or? I haven't heard anything. I'm trying to think. Nothing I've heard about TopStep. Yeah, TopStep definitely. I mean, TopStep's OG. I mean, TopStep's like the first company I tried out with, and they definitely don't go the way of competing on like price and deals and stuff, or account sizes even. Like if anything, they reduced. I remember they got rid of the 30K account. It was either 25K or 30K account they had. They got rid of. So now it's only like the 50, the 100, 150, I think. Um, I mean, they run the occasional deal, but it's like few and far between. Tell you, chocolate. I know. See, like I had the comedy relief. I give you something to watch aside from the boring Sunday evening markets. Let's see. Rems PRX. Yes. Yeah, I will actually stream more. It is fun. Sometimes I wouldn't say I forget. I don't make the effort. It's not top of my list, but I actually enjoy it. It is. I will admit, it is. So credit to Mighty Ox. No idea if he's still watching, but it would be very difficult to actually be actively trading and engaging with the chat and like doing like my thing. But it's worth a shot. So I will stream again, and I'll like actually do it during like a morning session when I'm actually trading. So we can talk trading instead of trader valuations and television shows or whatever else. Um, Top stuff traders are a weird crew. They only care about long runs when trading. Those weirdos. Yeah, I haven't like I honestly don't stay on top of Top Step as much just because like I mean for a while they kept like changing their rules up, which was annoying in itself. And I even heard like so they had that 20-second rule, then they got rid of it, but I heard they were still holding people to it even though they got rid of it technically like on their site, but they were still holding people to it. So it's like okay, like I have no idea then like what like where they're actually at. I know too with them it takes like it's I guess it's not a big deal, but it's just weird. Like you compare it to other firms, like if people were requesting a withdrawal, it was taking them like 3 weeks to process it. Like I don't know. So somebody said they just have basically a rolling schedule. They just request a withdrawal every week because that way they know some they'll get paid something. But it's just weird to me when other firms are like, you profit 24 hours, okay, boom, and like I know they have different like payment like ways they're paying out and stuff like that. So I get that, but 3 weeks, kind of blows. But and Top Step 2, they recently did a change, or maybe it's not recent, but like this year, where like withdrawals, and again, I might be off on this, withdrawals are like, at most, you can withdraw 50% of your profit. And you need to have 5 profitable trading days before you can do a withdrawal since your last withdrawal. So, like, if you did a withdrawal this week, in order to do a withdrawal next week, you would have to have all 5 days be profitable, and you can only withdraw 50% of your profits. I don't know. It's just like I've fair play. I mean, they're just trying to keep people like in the game and make sure they don't like withdraw all their money and then they're touching on like drawdowns and stuff like that. But there's a lot of choice out there, so we get to vote with our dollars. Guys, I know you love the CL. Let's take a quick gander at the Ultra Bond to see what's happening. Right back here in the middle. Just curious. $54 people watching. Thank you, each and every one of you. Sorry guys, typing away here. Managing many things. The property has to be 100-day plus. Oh, okay, so okay, yeah, with TopStep. So that's a good point. I didn't even really think about that. Like, yeah, say you had like you would be thinking, oh, cool, I'll just do one quick trade for like $5 and make 5 days in a row. But no, it has to be at least $100. Like, yeah, they really get you with the rules there on the TopStep. I mean, all like stepping back, all companies pros and cons. I mean, TopStep's been around for whatever over 9 years now. Actually, here, guys, I'm gonna try to find you a little video real fast. TopStep related, but in a good way, not a bad way. So the main dude at TopStep is, that'd be a lot better if I could find this video first, is Michael Tech. And then he also has his trading coach, the older dude whose name I can't think of, John Hoagland. I can't find this video that I wanted to find. I wonder if it's down. Okay, I can't find it. There used to be a video on YouTube of Michael Patek and John Hoagland from TopStep back when they worked on the floor, like the pit floor, wearing their TopStep jackets. So they actually traded as TopStep traders themselves, like literally floor traders, and they were doing like a tour of the CME group, the floor, whatever it was. I don't know which pit it was, but it's just funny to see because it's an older video. Um, but point being is, yeah, those guys legit were like floor traders. So Rad Poker, fan of the of the police chases. There was a great chase last night. Guy jumped off a bridge, broken leg. And the day before that, we got to see the grappler in action in Phoenix, Arizona, my old stomping grounds. Yeah, you don't get the televised police chases in Canada or most cities, I don't feel like. Maybe you do, but I remember when I lived in LA many, many years ago. It used to be like a nightly occurrence, like on television. They would broadcast police chases. Elaine Benz 99 says, hi CFT, thank you for all the valuable information you shared. You've been very helpful. I'm glad to hear that. Welcome to the chat. You're on the tail end here. I'm going to give it, I'm probably going to cut bait at about 9 p.m., guys, so Eastern, so in 8 minutes. But welcome for the last bit of it, and I'm glad my information was useful, or is useful. Will continue to be useful, guys, since we're wrapping up. Lots of things in the works. May is my month to shine. Going to finish up a secondary course about my tips and tricks on passing trader evaluations. More psychology and I don't even know the right word. Tips and tricks, ways to think of it and frame it and analyze it and go about your business and trader valuations. We'll always continue the deals, of course. Also, gonna try to do more live streams. And not even try, I will. Let's just say I will. No, there, do or do not. There's no try. I've got Yoda sitting right here next to me. And whatever else. I actually have a video planned. I was hoping to do it this weekend, but I wasn't able to. But I do have a video planned that's a little different. Not in a weird way, but will probably entertain some of you. But that will probably at this point be another week away. Lots of cool things, obviously, in the works. I don't think I will stream tomorrow, but yet. I will most definitely say that I'm going to stream someday this week, but this is why I suck at streaming, or not. I don't have like a specific schedule. I'm not like the great Mighty Ox who has a very committed schedule. I'm much more, I'm in the mood, I'll pop on and stream. So, hey, if you can join when the mood strikes me to stream I shall, but it'll be US morning session, Ultra Bonds type of stuff. Possibly, maybe the afternoon, but probably the morning. Morning's when I trade. You know what? Maybe it will be an afternoon because I'll like do my thing in the morning and focus, and then I can pop on and kind of like half trade, half chat in the afternoon. That might be a good plan. Choco lit. You have a good evening too. Chocolate with the wine glass. Assume it's wine. All right, guys. We got 6 minutes. I'm a man. I'm going to see it through the end. Got 6 more minutes, but yes. If you like the hot trading action, Mighty Ox trading, Earn to Trade Discord. You want some Earn to Trade chit chat, or just trading chit chat's really not Earn to Trade centric. Rad Poker, man to follow if you want to hear about police chases. Be sure to subscribe. I don't think I've even mentioned that. Man, I need the goblin. I need the goblin in here. I don't think I have any goblin videos on the remote desktop or I'd pop it up. Gotta get more followers. Gotta get more followers. I think I'm actually very close to 4,000. I am. I'm at 3.98. Guys, I think that might warrant a giveaway. Not right now. Don't worry. Don't get too excited. It's nearing bedtime for God's sakes. But a giveaway in the near future as well. Requested much earlier today. A few other video ideas jotted down from the feedback from the crowd. Giveaways is one of them. Taxes on Canada, trader related stuff. Then I made another note too that I cannot read. I will figure that out later. Will I be doing it? You know what? That is a good idea. Stream on the Fed Speak. That would actually be a good time to do a stream. Tell you what, let's do it. Locked in, everybody. Thanks to Zybes, we've locked it in. That is when I will for sure stream. I will do a stream on, that is Wednesday, correct? And I think it's 2 p.m. I will do some type of live stream for several hours around that time. It is fun to watch the markets go apeshit haywire as soon as the talking begins. And hey, maybe we even jump in. Toad, Mangstro, bedtime, time to party. Maybe in Toad Mangstro's world, but in CFT world, 9 p.m. is the witching hour. You got special edition CFT on a Sunday eve. But rest assured, I'll be tucked in bed watching YouTube in no time. Dreaming of trading. Sorry guys, doing more chitty chat. aka typing away. Worth noting, the great John Burrow, he was here earlier, he left. I'm going to be recording a podcast with him Tuesday Eve. Not a clue what we're going to talk about. That is my style, though. I like the free format, just wherever our conversation takes us, we are going to venture there. Worlds unknown. I have no idea when he puts it out. I think he puts his podcast out pretty quick, though. Like, honestly, I think he records it twice a week. And I think I brought that up earlier. I know I brought that up earlier. I don't know if I kept it up, though, is the thing. Just, there we go. Just Swinging It podcast with John Burrell, longtime viewer of my channel, friend of the channel, has a podcast, talks trading, talks lots of stuff, available on every streaming platform. You know what? I just said he records like twice a week, but based on these dates, it's more like once every 10 days or something, and then, or 2 weeks. All right. John Burrell making a liar out of me. But nonetheless, I'm going to be on a episode we're recording Tuesday Eve. So as soon as that goes public, of course I will let people know. Hopefully it's entertaining. All right, kids. Yep, it is 9. It is about to switch to the witching hour. So we covered a lot. I feel like we had a good discussion. We talked about a lot of stuff in the last several hours. Trader valuations, pros and cons, rules, withdrawals. Just Swinging a podcast, my crude oil hat. We're looking at crude oil, ultra bonds. We talked about data feeds and much more. Now we have spammer. Oh, what a sour, sour note to go on. Let me just hide all these horrible messages. There we go. All right, guys. I'm gonna bop out of here. Sleep well, party well if you're partying. And yeah, FOMC, count on it. CFT will stream. Why not? At most, let's have a few laughs, enjoy some market action. Hot. It'll be like the opposite of tonight, right? The opposite of this. It'll be crazy flying around. Ultra Bond turns into NQ. All kinds of crazy stuff. All right, guys. I think that's it. I thank you all for watching. I do appreciate it. And